or the shoulders, he's only going to see red and get more confidence.
Is he trying to rump-a-dope here, Sergio? What do you think he's thinking?
Oh, he's hurt.
He's out on his feet. They stopped the fight. Vergil.
I mean, look, I'm here to fight the best. I don't care who it is. It can be Boots next. It can be Spence next. It could be Crawford next if he's still willing to do it.
It's that time. It is. It's big. That time. Yep, it's the perfect time, too. Oh, yeah. It's the perfect time. I'm ready. We're going to get everybody what they're looking for, too. Straight like that. Yep. Let's get that money. That's right. Yep. All right. Yeah.
I think after this fight is the fight where I truly feel like I'm 100% back to what I was. And I couldn't have done it without my team, my dad, Robert, Hector, Charles, all the guys helping me spar. Dr. B, of course, and my promoters having my back 100% of the way. And I'm going to have your back, too.
B3 Pick CV, we back again, man. Punch the like button, follow the channel. Help the channel grow. We definitely working. Shout out to my brother Juan Claudio, already in the building, man. Make sure y'all tap in with Just As Juan on YouTube. Fire shorts, great at breaking down boxing and amazing boxing takes. One of the great brilliant minds in the Sports Talk Network and in boxing in general. Listen, we on the rise, Juan. You already know, my brother. We building. We growing, man. Listen, nothing can stop us. you know, um, at the end of the day, we gonna keep putting in the work. It's not always gonna go our way. Sometimes we make mistakes, but we gotta still show up. We gotta show up for the public and the people, and that's what we gonna do. If y'all can click the link if you want. We're gonna talk a little Virgil Ortiz, Boots Ennis. It's controversy. It's unfortunate that Golden Boy and Virgil are in arbitration. The judge ruled in the favor of Golden Boy, so they are going to arbitration to work out their differences, meaning that the fight is currently postponed. The Boots Virgil is postponed. We won't be seeing it in the immediate. It is going to be pushed out more than likely to next year. It doesn't look like it's going to happen now. Of course, we know that Oscar wanted the lion's share over Boots. He wanted a side. He wanted 60-40. Virgil and Rick Merrigan. They wanted a significant payday to fight Boots Ennis. So it's a money thing, man. It's a money thing. And today, I want to talk to y'all about Boots Ennis, what he should do in the interim. Who would y'all want to see Boots fight at 154? We're gonna we'll look at the rankings and see kind of what are some good options for Boots. And I'm gonna be honest with you, as soon as Boots signs a fight or moves on, Golden Boy and Virgil Ortiz, they'll be announcing another fight. Y'all know the game. Y'all know the game like you roughing it. So that's just listen. Golden Boy 101. Y'all know the business model. We've seen it with Jaime, we've seen it with Zerto, we've seen it with Ryan, we've seen it with Virgil. No other way to put it. To be an immense talent, one of the great young fighters, one of the durable, hungry fighters, Virgil Ortiz, to never have been a full world champion in the sport of boxing is absolutely disgraceful, really disgusting. I mean, a knockout artist, somebody that comes to fight, a 12-round fighter. Of course, we've seen him have a couple of tough fights. He had a tough fight with Boychuk, where that fight could have went either way. It could have been a draw. But Virgil's a proven commodity in the sport of boxing. I mean, we seen what he's done. He's got a good body of work. But we want to see it at the championship level. So it's a shame on Oscar and Golden Boy. They tried to get the Stanionis fight for him. We noted that his body couldn't hold up at 147. So now at 154, they want to get him a title shot as soon as possible. It doesn't look like they want to do the Fondora fight. I mean, I feel like Fondora Virgil Ortiz is huge for the sport of boxing, especially in that West Coast region. They could put that in Texas. They could put that in Vegas, um, Arizona. Shout out to Phoenix, Big AZ. They definitely put on this past weekend for Navarrete versus Nunez. They brought out Emiliano. Matchroom really put on a good event. They had Oshaki, Ray Ford in there, and Devin Haney was there. So, um, yeah, so Arizona's a good destination for, Virgil Fondora. Um, it's a lot of options at 154. It's a lot of options. I think it would be nice if we could see a Josh Kelly, Virgil Ortiz. I mean, listen, at the end of it all, I need some people to come up here and speak how you really feel about what's going on with Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya. Because from my perspective, it looks like Golden Boy don't want that fight right now. Golden Boy is they couldn't come to an agreement, with Virgil on the fight, and they went to Virgil sued him. Virgil took him to court. So Golden Boy is pretty much holding up the Boost Virgil fight. Let's keep it 1,000. It's Golden Boy. So until Golden Boy wants to make that fight, we won't see it. And that's just what it is. That is just that simple. So shout out to, Virgil and his team. I hope they are able to get what they need in this arbitration proceeding and be able to continue Virgil's career, because we don't want a long period of inactivity that we already want to know will bring on more than likely tune-up fights or fights that we don't want to see. We want to see Virgil fresh and being able to compete with the top in the sport, the top at 154. Now, when it comes to Boost, Sharon Boost sentence, let me pull up the WBA rankings to kind of see where we at. I'm gonna pull up these WBA rankings, and once we pull those WBA rankings up, I'll be able to kind of view the landscape to see where Team Boost is more than likely gonna have to look. Boost right now is the interim champion at 154, so he really should be in line for the Xander Zayas fight. It would be nice to see that fight, but I think Top Rank and Xander will be at 160 before they fight Boost at 154. We just gotta keep it 1,000, because he can definitely, um, Xander can definitely make 160. I don't think that'd be an issue at all for Xander. Now, all right, the 154 rankings, the WBA, Xander the champ, Jaron Ennis is the interim, and then we have Pavel Sosulin is number one. Kamian Agyarko, he's fighting Brandon Adams. I believe that's going to be April 11th. So outside of that, man, Isaac Lucero. I like the Isaac Lucero fight for Jaron Ennis. Abbas Badal, Yoelinis Telez, Israel Madrimov, Andres Kasarakis. And then, yeah, man, some a few other names on here. Uh, So Jerron is going to be in a situation where he may have to fight somebody. He may have to fight Madrimov. I think Jerron versus Madrimov makes sense. I would like to see if he can't get a title. If he can't get Josh Kelly, I feel like Jerron Unfortunately, he's going to be in a bad situation and more than likely have to my dream off. Mr. Moore, talk to me. Good morning, sir. Let's get an audio check.
What's up with you?
Man, listen, blessed and thankful to be able to fellowship and cook with y'all another day. Man, listen, it's so let me just bring him in like this, Mr. Moore. The lawsuit with Golden Boy is gonna they ruled in Golden Boy's favor, which is pushing Vergil and Golden Boy into arbitration. So they're saying that the Boost fight right now is going to be off. They're postponing it until further notice, and unfortunately, we're not gonna get that matchup. So shout out to Juan Claudio pulling up. So it's unfortunate, but I mean, that's business. I don't think Golden Boy wanted the Boots fight, and Oscar was putting a lot of 60-40 stipulations on Boots, as if Virgil was a 60-40 A side. I think Oscar believes he's a A side over Eddie Hearn, especially on American soil, but I don't know if I think they should have came to an agreement. Um, he should fight Charlo Allah. Appreciate you, Allah. Appreciate you pulling him. He should fight Charlo. I do like the Charlo fight. Let me bring you in like this, Mr. Moore. Talk to me about us missing out on a Virgil Boost fight. Did you expect them to work it out, or is this kind of what you thought was going to happen? And are you okay with a Boots Madrimov in the interim? Shout out to
I'm
Blade.
not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't expect Virgil to take it to court, but once he took it to court, I expected Oscar to win because Oscar been around a long time and Oscar got connections. So I didn't expect it to go in
Right.
Virgil's favor. But now, when we get to talking about Madrimov and all these other guys, I've heard for the longest that all these other guys are bums and they trash and he shouldn't be fighting none of them. So no, I don't want him to fight none of them. I want him to move up to 60 and fight somebody. Since ain't nobody at
Mm.
54, everybody at 54 is trash and they can't beat him, what's the point, right?
Yeah, that's what the people saying. Then yeah, you want to see him against the
I want to
top tier
see
competition.
I want to see him compete against somebody. I want to see him compete against somebody who's on his level. And according to y'all, the only person on his level at 54 is Jermell Charlo, a dude that's been out of the ring for 3 years. Well, if that's the best y'all got, move up to 60 and fight some of them dudes.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah,
don't think Jermell Charlo coming off the couch after 3 years is competition for anybody in the top 10. Anybody.
yeah. He definitely talking like he is. Let me talk. Let me bring in Juan. Juan, talk to me, man. How you feeling today? And then we gonna bring in Blaze. Juan, how you feeling, bro? And then cook
Feeling
on this.
Brody.
What you think about we losing out on the Boost Virgil? And
Uh,
do you
not
want to see
surprised.
Mazimov in the mix?
I'm not surprised when they took it to court. I mean, seeing how many times I've seen Oscar do this shit, I'm not really surprised anymore. But nah, not really. I mean, if he fights anybody, I would want to see him fight a champ. So I would want to see him fight Xander or Josh Kelly. Ain't really nobody else. I mean, Fandora maybe if Fandora, Fandora takes the fight. That's if he takes the fight. I mean, who else is at 54? Charlo. And I don't like Moore said. I don't really want to see that. And then
Would you think Top Rank can make Boots Xander? Boots is the interim champion at 154 for Xander's belt.
I mean, if Xander ain't riding, I mean, he said it. He was like, if that's the case that he's next, then he's next. He ain't riding.
Yeah, that's how Xander talking, huh? Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
Xander's a
Puerto
real
Rican
dog.
Day
He's gonna
in
get
New
in
York
there.
City sounds like a plan to me. What you think, boy? Puerto Rican Day in New York City?
yeah. I'll be there. Fuck it,
Yeah,
I would be there.
yeah. Now that's something that you want to get your weakness in order for and get up out there.
Hmm.
That's the type of fight you want to have all your ducks in a row so you can hang out. All them beautiful Puerto Rican women gonna be out there. You can, it's gonna be festive. Um, You know? Hey, listen, that sounds like a good time to me, Mr. Moore. Talk to me, Blaze. Cook on that for us real quick while you in here. Appreciate you pulling up, bro.
Peace,
We
peace, y'all.
missing out on Virgil Boots, man. Are you surprised about this? And Majimov as a potential opponent for Jerron. What you think about that fight?
Yeah, so I'm not surprised that we're missing out on Virgil and Boots because when Virgil knocked out Lubin and called Boots into the ring and Boots was there and they stood off with each other and they was looking like they was ready to fight and put all that electric energy. The camera and the mic didn't leave that ring before they talked to Oscar and Oscar poured water in that fight. So real
Right,
talk. If
Blaze.
you go back and look at the
Yeah,
replay, he said we
I'm
got
already
duck and
knowing.
this. I'm like, what? You feel me? And then I put Virgil on duck watch. You feel me? But now it looks like it wasn't necessarily Virgil more so than it was Golden Boy. And so I wasn't surprised that it happened. I was surprised though that they didn't kind of figure it out because one thing about it, Boo's been silent about and ain't named another name other than Virgil to work it out. And Virgil, talked about his fantasy fights but he kept his mouth shut. So I thought, hey, maybe they might figure it out. They unfortunately they didn't figure it out. As for Boots, my whole thing with Boots is I want Boots to fight for a title. That's the main thing, because ain't nobody, like they said, there's nobody that anybody thinks is good at 140 54 to like like Schultz said, to compete, man. So it's like fight for a title. And then it's like, he's available. If Zaya's talking about he want that fight, he'll fight. But I doubt that Zaya's team would actually fight Boots this early in his career and he's making the run that he's making. And it looks like I think, for me, it looks like Xander, is gonna be at 160, or he might. So I think if he was to fight Boots, it'd probably be in the future, maybe at 160 or something. So I wish Boots the best. Hopefully they find him an opponent. Right now he needs to fight for a title or he needs to fight for a name. And that's the biggest thing right now. He hasn't had anybody notable for like him to cross over to the casuals and all of that. And so, hopefully, man, he lines up a fight, man, that, can get him more exposure and also, can put him, get him closer to getting on the pound for pound list where he truly deserves. And with that said, I'll let my plan right there.
I appreciate you, Blaze. Hey, Smoke Cook. Hey, Zon, I see you in here. Good to see you. Uh, listen, Blaze, Smoke, talk to me real quick, man. How you feeling today, man? And this
I'm
boost.
good.
Oh, I can't hear you. Let me refresh. Smoke.
Uh, yeah, I'm good, baby. Everything good. When it comes to that shit, I just think, just man, they got to get that shit done, man. I'm tired of talking about it now, man. I don't know what more else you want Boots to do. Like, I don't know what else you want him to do. I don't know what else you want him to do. Like, what the fuck else do you want him to do?
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm with you on. I'm with you on that. I think Boots is. Oscar's avoiding the fight, man. Let's call it what it is. It ain't no. It's Golden Boy. I ain't putting it on Virgil. Virgil's trying to fight Oscar to make the fight happen. And really, shout out to Bruce Gas also pulling up. And really, what also comes down to is the zone, man. Like I thought the zone was putting the pressure on Oscar and Golden Boy to make the fight. So is everything all good now? And they don't have to make it. So that's what I'm saying. It may be some smoke and mirrors. If they get through the arbitration, they may still line it up. But it don't make sense that now Golden Boy is just going. The zone is just like, oh, everything is cool if they don't fight. I highly doubt that.
Yeah, me too.
So something gonna have to give. Now, are they gonna pay Boots another 3 or 4 million to fight a Majimov?
Huh.
That's
I mean,
Sergey Boychuk.
yeah. I mean, he will have to fight eventually because he want the top guy.
Yeah, I could see him putting on an event. I would put on an event around Boost. I mean, $3 or $4 million for a Boost event. Based on his ticket sales, I think he should be able to do that, and also with his commercial appeal. But missing out on this Virgil fight, that was not in the plans. I don't believe it was in the plans for the zone at all.
Yeah, I bet.
Smoke, talk to me, man. What's going? We can pivot. What's going on in your mind today, man? What's on your thoughts and what you thinking?
I'm thinking because this is gonna be like half of the show. I'm gonna do.
Real hell.
These dudes better get it together. Before Tank decide to come back.
Mm-hmm.
You better claim your spot before you get back, man. Because you know what I'm saying. He gonna walk in like the Jadakiss mixtape. Champ is here. Then y'all gonna be like, what? And when he gets the big paydays and he gets the damn contracts and then everybody start making content about him and yeah. You get in where you fit in, you know, solidify your spot before Tank get back. Stop worrying about everything else. I do think Boot should start looking at somebody else if this shit can't get done. Man, make your case for Xander. Make your case for Xander.
I'm with you. I'm definitely with you on that. Hey, shout out to Thrill Hill. Thrill Hill. I was gonna do Virgil versus Boost, no Moss, but based on what the reports that I read and everything, I can kind of conclude it. And the fact that the zone is still gonna want this fight, this pay-per-view event, I just feel like it may not happen in May. The original reports that it was gonna be like a May fight, maybe like May, June time of this year in Las Vegas, the zone pay-per-view. So now with them being an arbitration, I feel like they're still gonna do the fight. They just gonna push it down the line.
Man,
It's just not gonna be it's not gonna be next for no Oscar De La Hoya and Goldenboy.
I don't got no more seasoning for this fight. I don't got no more seasoning for this fight.
It's disgusting, right?
Yeah, to be truly honest with you. Yeah. In real time.
Hey,
in real time. It's like
now right now I want to cover the whole sport. I thought this was gonna be a big enough headline, but really the people want to talk about Devin and Rolly, Devin and Ryan, you know? Now I know you Smoke. Have you seen everything going on today with Devin and Rolly?
Bro, that's what I was trying to tell you, bro. He got Devin. I mean, Devin got him Devin got him on the string. Like when you hooping.
Yeah, you do.
He got him on the string. Like, bro, I got you on the string. You think you can get the ball from me, but I'm just leaving it out there for you. As soon as you cross over behind the back layup. That's what he got with Rolly. And Rolly literally has to take whatever Devin gives him, or Devin can move on to a bigger, better fight. Or
and maybe just wait a month or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't no big because he got
You need Devin by Sunday.
Oh, that's the deadline?
I think if it wasn't
yeah, it's this week. I thought it was this week. I thought it was sometime this week. So yeah, I'm with you.
Before that damn
they declare the mandatory.
Declare the mandatory. You gotta hurry up and sign something with Dev.
Get a term sheet signed, something.
But since you got PBC and Prime trying to make the fight, you know, does Dev take that? Does Dev be like, yo, y'all got to pay me such and such?
Nah, give him his full guarantee. If they can guarantee him what he's supposed to be guaranteed. If they can't, he might as well. He can't. I don't want him to avoid the fight and stay inactive. Cause Smoke, the thing about it is, the Ryan fight is not guaranteed.
No, it's not.
So it's like, dude, how much hardball can you really play? If they offering him, they know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? It's like I feel like Al and Luda Cubas would talk to Golden Boy, and they would have talked about a Ryan rematch before they would have concluded on Devin. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just how that will work. Now I want to pivot right back to Thrill Hill. I do agree that Matchroom should have had a replacement opponent available for Boots. I feel like Boots fought Lima. Boots should have been back in the ring. I feel like in April. I mean, waiting around on this Vergil fight is really is bad for business, and I know the zone is probably not pleased. So I like the Madrimov fight for Boots if he had to have like an interim fight at 154. Let me bring in D Free, man. D Free, talk to me. How the audio coming through? Free, talk to us.
What's good? What's good?
Man, another great morning. I appreciate you and all the support. Let me ask you, let me bring you in like this, Free. So Golden Boy, pretty much the judge ruled in their favor. Now they're in arbitration with Virgil to kind of work out an agreement to continue fighting. And it seems like the Boost fight is not gonna happen in the original time frame that they wanted it to happen in. Are you surprised that the fight is not happening? And then Madrimov being a potential opponent for Boots, is that a good fight in your opinion, or do you want to see somebody different for Boots in his next fight?
Well, let let's hear what you said. The court ruled in favor of Golden Boy. So that means Virgil can't get out of his contract. So they already had a, I guess they already had an agreement for the fight with Jerron Boots and Virgil Ortiz. This is the second agreement that they had because they had an agreement and then they put up the restraining order so nobody could talk to Virgil and try to make the fight. But they had already came to an agreement and they was about to announce a fight until the restraining order came through. But previously, before that, they already came to an agreement where both guys was going to get roughly 200, get roughly 2 million, and then I guess whatever revenue they do on the back end. Um, so if they already came to an agreement for the fight, why not just say, okay, look, I can't get out of my contract. We already came to an agreement for the fight. Let's go ahead and do the fight. This is the fight that I want. This is the fight that he wants. Let's go ahead and do the fight. But if they're not going to do that, then Boots need to move on.
Yeah, I'm with you 1,000%. I feel like they should go ahead and move on because I don't trust Golden Boy and Oscar to make the fight. Now, if the zone forces the fight or pushes the fight hard enough, maybe they'll kick out some more money to make the fight happen. Then that'll be good for us as fans and the parties involved because they'll get more money. It just seems unlikely right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. Maybe later on this year, but by then both these guys are gonna get a fight in. And who knows, one of these guys might end up losing, or maybe both these guys end up winning. Um, but I think at this point, Boost need to go ahead and move on. You had a fight with Lima, and you was trying to get this fight. It seemed like they dragging their feet, and they is another hurdle that you got to overcome. Just go ahead and make another fight. You got other guys that you can fight that's respectable opponents. We don't
Madrimov is
want to see,
there.
yeah, we don't want to see you fighting another Lima, but there's other respectable opponents that you can fight that you will get credit for. So just go make those, and then you can move on and try for that fight again after your next fight.
Hey, Denitra, appreciate you pulling up, showing us some love and some support. Thank you for that. If y'all in the building, just to let y'all know, we just got our monetization last week. So we definitely growing. I appreciate everybody that's already blessed the Cash App and the membership. I mean, excuse me, the super chat and the membership, the super thanks, all that good stuff, and the blessings on the Cash App. Um, Listen, we definitely growing. Shout out to my brother BVO, D Free, Marky Dan, Ja, Big Dog Willie, Angie Baby, and everybody else that's going to in the future, Um, Hey, we grown, we a movement, and this is grassroots, so we building from the ground up. And listen, even stopping by hitting the like button, that's appreciated and needed. So I appreciate you. That'll push us out, so that way we can get more people in here, kicking it with us and helping the channel grow. Um, Now, hopefully my audio is still coming through. Hey, I can't hear Smoke. Smoke off mute. Smoke, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Now we got to get back to that conversation. Unless we want to go back to Boo's Virgil. Um, I mean, I know you pretty much done with that.
Yeah. If we ain't
It's,
getting the fight, I don't care.
Now, from your vantage point, do you see Rolly beating Devin? Do you think that's a competitive fight? Talk about that Rolly Devin matchup.
Um,
You
I
talking to
think
me? Or you talking to Smoke?
you talking to me.
I'm gonna put smoke on.
I think Dev well, I think Rolly can pose some problems, but I don't know if he can beat Devin. I know he can pose some problems right now because it's not the same Rolly he was whooping, you know what I'm saying, a few years ago in the Mayweather gym. That's not the same Rolly. I seen that clip when Dev was styling on him and looking into the camera and shit like this easy work, yeah. But that's not the same Rolly. And shit, if Dev say who he say he is, just come out here and I get it though. Dev got options, but come out here and dust his ass off. You know what I'm saying? Rolly, like every time they got something to say about you, you're boring, you pillow fisted, you this, you that. Just show us that the sparring sessions ain't no different. Whoop his ass. That's what I see.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like they need to make the matchup. I mean, May 30th, that sound good to me, right around the corner. Barclays Center. I think it's a star-studded event. PBC pay-per-view. I mean,
Yeah, Rolly's a regular at the Barclay, and Devin and Bill said they got like they trying to move over here to the East Coast or some shit. So he trying to.
Bill live in New York right now.
I don't know why.
I think this is gonna be more
I don't know why the fuck he doing that.
more. Yeah, I think it's gonna be more
Right.
on Dub though, because Dub gotta make a decision. Again, I don't know if the WBC gonna mandatory him to fight his mandatory out whoever it is, but
But
yeah, you gotta
unification trumps mandatory. You make
yeah, but you gotta also remember we're talking about the WBC here. We're talking about we be corrupt. You know what I'm saying? So that's a different conversation when you
I
having
don't
this
think
conversation.
I don't think they won't. I don't think they want to do anything else stupid this year.
Yeah.
You feel me,
Yeah,
Warren? I think
nah,
they just,
you're optimistic. You're very optimistic. I'll give you that. You're very optimistic.
You get to do
Right.
2, 3 dumb things, and then it's like, all right, man, now y'all just blatantly fucking up. Like, ain't no coming back from this. Like, you
Yeah,
already
you're
done
very.
it this year already. You already
I
lost.
got I gotta play the drop respectfully for the WBC, man. And I mean, we be concerned for the WBC.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? Look at me, boy. Don't you smoke crack?
Eastside. Oh
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yeah, man. Suleiman can't do anything else stupid, bro. He got to like the year ain't even
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He got to fade back.
Pop. You saying this shit now? Oh, my fault. B. You saying it now, bro? Talk to me in like a month.
Yeah, you're
Give me
right.
give me a month.
You're right. You're right. I'm trying to
Man, they
give
on
him.
business as usual,
I'm
man.
trying to give him benefit of the.
Nah. So for me, it's gonna be a mandatory. He's probably not gonna fight until maybe June. So I see it coming. I think somebody last night, shout out to Cam, was saying that I think the fight is already scrapped. So that's another fight that's not gonna happen. If he was ballsy enough, he'd figure out a way to get that Ryan fight up and at him, because I think that's the money fight where you want to get the money from. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the whole storytelling about it and everything. But again, if you're gonna make some money, you know what I'm saying? Why not one of the other champions? Obviously, Lewis Crocker right now I think is busy with Paro or whoever it is in a couple weeks. So you have to take somebody, now. I mean, you fought back in November. We praising you like, crown. That sounds crazy, but we want to see you fight. So at this point, you know what I'm saying, it's been almost 6 months. So you have to come back and fight at some time. So why not either Rolly or Ryan?
Y'all still hear anybody talking? Because I can't hear nobody.
Now you can go ahead, please.
Oh yeah, I would say
Yeah, I was on mute. My fault. Go ahead.
yeah, I would say man, I would have if Devin and Rolly was a fight, I'd have Devin by decision. I think he might be bigger than that 147 too. But honestly, man, looking at like the looking at where the fight is, like how Rolly comes out of nowhere pressing a hard line on short notice, going into a purse bid, for him to fight is mandatory. I don't think and Bill are shrewd enough to not rush a deal. You feel me? In such a short amount of time. You feel me? As far as figuring out how they want to eventually fight. What am I playing right there?
Yeah, do hold on, Juan. I didn't hear you. Who you got in the Rolly Devin matchup? Hold on, Juan. Juan probably working. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I
I
need
can hear
that.
you.
I will bring in Juan. Let me cook with Free real quick. Free, who you feel like gonna win that Devin Rolly fight, man? Everybody's kind of a lot of people got a lot of mixed feelings on this fight. Beating Devin?
Who?
D Free.
Okay.
But D Free, he feeling move. They probably moving around. Juan, Free, they
Oh
working.
no, I hear
Appreciate
you.
it.
I hear you. I hear you.
Okay. What you think about that, Free? What you think about that matchup?
What matchup?
Devin Haney and Rolly.
I think it's a good matchup. I think Rolly has improved since the Tank Davis, the Pitbull Cruz, and things like that. He's improved since then, but I still don't think he's good enough to beat Devin unless he lands a knockout punch. I think the only chance he has to beat Devin is by knockout.
Right. I got you. Yeah, that's a fact. I'm with you 1,000%. Blaze, did you pick a win on that matchup?
Oh, I got
I
Dev.
had
My
went out a
fault.
little bit.
I got
Yeah,
Dev. My
Uh
yeah,
fault.
yeah. I had Dev by decision.
Dev by decision. Nice. Okay, cool. You got Dev
Dev.
2-1?
Yeah, Dev by
Okay.
decision.
Dev sweet, man. Dev sweet. Okay. I thought I just let we all on the same page. Dondrick not in here today, man. Dondrick, where you at? Dondrick bet me $50 yesterday, Juan.
On
Yeah,
what?
well, he did a friendly 50. He took Rolly to win. I took Devin to win.
Who's Dondrick?
So
Who's that?
Dondrick them. They be
Yeah,
pulling up, talking foot. I mean, but his Rolly, see, that's what I'm saying. I feel kind of bad. I feel like I took advantage a little bit, but I didn't know after the fact that was like really one of his favorite fighters. So I
I mean,
mean,
I'm gonna say, how can you feel bad if that's a fighter that he likes? He
that's
said that's one of his favorites.
that's nasty.
Yeah, I mean that's a fact. You can't feel bad.
hey, Zip, hey,
That's like saying somebody you bet that Washington is going to beat Cleveland and you bet BVO $50 and you like, man, I feel bad. I bet $50 against BVO. You know Cleveland ain't that good. Well, that's his favorite team. That's his fault. That's
right.
his favorite team.
You gotta hold yourself accountable. I'm with you on that. I feel like I got Tampa Tommy the same way when he had David Morrell versus David Benavidez. I was like, I mean, when guys got their favorites, man, it's hard for him. It's harder for them to resist that temptation to put that wager down. That friendly 50. I call it a friendly fire. Smoke, Smoke, talk to me. You hear me? Stream, y'all got me. Hold on.
Say, B3?
Yeah, he was saying, did you hear him?
What'd he say? I stepped away real quick.
Nah, having Rolly as a favorite fighter is crazy. Hold on, I can't even. Now that dude got to pull up today because I want to talk to him today.
Hey, what you talking about? Don one?
Yeah, because that's wild work. That's
Nah,
wicked
he
work.
said he said he's gonna stop Devin Haney.
Oh, that's wicked
Yeah,
work.
he got Rolly by stoppage. I was like, wow, okay.
That is wicked work.
You did through here. Let me
Hey, but
hold on real quick.
he had to say Rolly by stopping because that's the only chance he got to win. He ain't gonna
That's
win
this.
by point.
That's
He ain't
disgusting.
gonna outbox Devin. Devin is not Ryan Garcia. He's not gonna
That's
outbox Devin. He's
that's
gonna win by point. I mean by knockout. Not gonna win by
that's
point.
that's nasty work. That's that nasty work. Ugh.
Yeah,
I'm
nah,
with you on
yeah.
that 1,000%. Smoke, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, Smoke can hear me. Hey, I want to say appreciate the real hill, man. Appreciate you. Man, with the PayPal. Listen, we definitely growing. Hey, we on to make a mean
But
campaign.
you know what? You know
We,
what?
we working.
He backed himself into a corner because he said Rolly by knockout. You said Devin wins. So if Rolly wins, but he doesn't knock Devin out, you don't lose no money.
Say that
Right.
again.
He said Rolly by knockout. You said you bet Devin wins. So if Rolly happened to win on point and he don't knock Devin out, you don't lose any money.
Well, yeah, he pivoted. He picked. Yeah, he pivoted. We just pick a straight up.
Oh, okay,
He
okay.
yeah, he that's what I tried to get him. I tried to get him to lock in on the KO, but he's like, nah. He said I just got Rolly to win now. I was like, oh, okay. So he kind of ran away from the KO. But I wanted him to cover that. That was easy. That's why I said it. and then he got me. But I'm like, well, Devin should still win. I got Devin by decision in this fight.
Yeah, no,
If not
Dev
if
on
not a
pit on
stoppage,
a
I think this is probably the fight where Devin may happen to get a stoppage.
no,
Um,
no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think
I don't know. I just feel like Rolly is like,
he's susceptible to get hit. I'll give you that. He's
is
very
he a
susceptible to
12
get
round
hit.
fighter?
I
We got to
mean,
see. I mean, he looked good with Ishmael Silas, and he definitely stuck to the game plan versus Ryan. Um, he's definitely improving. So Devin really will have. This will be a fight where Devin. I think Devin will be a. He's not going to be that heavy of a favorite. I think he's going to be like a minus 300,
nah,
something
he'll be
like
a
that,
favorite.
like
Nah,
minus
he'll
275, minus 300 on the money line.
he'll be
I
favorite.
could
He'll be a
see
favorite
that.
there. Nah, he'll be
He'll be a
favorite.
slight favorite over Rolly.
You got to think he'll be favorite because of the
So,
win. He'll be
but
favorite a
nothing
little bit.
drastic. I don't see them putting it at like
Nah,
minus
it'll
500 or
be.
minus
No,
700
it'd be
because of the
something nasty.
power and because of the fact that Rolly beat Ryan.
Nah, three. It'd be something
So,
nasty. It'd be something disgusting.
and they just had Devin as an underdog versus Norman Jr.
You
So
hear
we
me?
got to have some consistency.
You hear me?
We
I
need
can
that.
hear you. I don't know if B3 can hear
I
you. I
can't.
can
Let me
hear you.
pivot. All right, let me go out.
Yeah, no, that'd be. Yeah, no, he'd be favored a lot by a lot. It's not even by a little bit. It'd be a lot.
All this quiet. I can hear y'all, man. I'm setting up this damn show.
Yeah, no, he'd be favored by a lot. B3. I don't know what you talking about.
You said he gonna beat him by a lot.
He'd be favored by a lot.
Come on now, don't do that, Juan.
Nah, because
Rolly,
you gotta remember the way these better lines work, right?
I thought Rolly's
If
a
these
puncher.
better, yeah, no, but you gotta remember these better lines is crazy. Even with like when he fought fucking Tank, you remember what was the better lines for that?
Rolly Tank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
them better lines
Rolly
were
was a big
crazy.
underdog. Yeah,
Yeah, the better lines was crazy, bro.
you're right. But that was like, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. It's just Devin Haney. It all
Nah,
depends on it all depends on what's the people's view on that matchup.
yeah, it would have to be it would have to be a knockout. Like you wouldn't win anything on the decision side. It would have to be knockout. But by decision, he'd be too much of a favorite.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm with
Bro,
you on that. He's gonna be
bro,
like a minus 450, minus 500 by decision.
he'd be a minus 1,500. I promise you that.
Wow.
I promise you that.
So then they can't make the fight one.
What?
Nah.
If he gonna be a minus 1,500 by decision, that's a guaranteed decision. That's a guaranteed win. You
Mm-hmm.
can't even
Mm-hmm.
come
Because
on.
he's you know how he
You can't
fight,
make
bro.
no
You know,
money.
yeah, bro. That I promise you, that's how it'll be, bro. It'd probably lower, probably fight night, but it'd be something fucking ridiculous.
Dang. You agree with that, Smoke? That's gonna be wild. I don't
It'd be
know.
something fucking ridiculous.
Now, I ain't gonna say it's minus 1,500. I think if you go like point wise or whatever, if Rolly to win by points, it will be minus 1,500. But if you go just who wins the fight, who lose the fight, I think Rolly's going to be probably plus. I think Rolly's going to be priced plus. I say 550. I think it's gonna be like 5 to 1 odds. I think Rolly's gonna be five to 1 odds. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I
Something like
think
that.
I think Rolly's gonna be like plus 550. I think Devin will be minus 300.
Nah. 'Cause I think it's just a trap for them. That's right. Because I think that's what they be going off of a lot.
Now, if we talking about like Rolly win on the scorecards, I would say Rolly probably gonna be like plus
No,
1,500.
if Broly wins by a scorecard, bro, he'd be favored. Like it'd be a plus some, be something crazy.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's
Yeah,
gonna be like
Brody by
plus
decision.
like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rolly
it'd
by
be
the
something
city
fucking
probably gonna be
disgusting.
plus 1,500. But Rolly for the win, I think he's gonna be plus like 500, five
Yeah,
fifty, maybe
later,
plus
bro.
600.
Yeah, nah, because you gotta
Mm-hmm.
think about it. You gotta think about it. It's like they'll favor Devin.
I mean, it's gonna be that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be a good fight if they do fight. I just feel like
Be a fun fight.
uh
That would be a fun fight.
Rolly just always comes to fight, you know.
Yeah, that'd be a fun fight.
So I don't think it's gonna
Now,
be a
who
one
who
fight.
you think who you think will be favored to win the fight in the rematch? Ryan versus Devin.
Ryan,
Mm,
Ryan,
that's
it'd
a
be
good
Ryan.
question.
That'd
I'm
be
gonna
Ryan.
say Devin. No, excuse me. I'm gonna say
I put it this
Ryan.
way. I would say Ryan if they rematch right now. But if Devin fights Rolly and Devin straight up outbox Rolly, I say Devin is going to be the favorite. But if they rematch right now, I
Yeah,
say Rolly is going to be the favorite. I mean, Ryan will be the favorite.
I can see that. Phase, what's going on, bro? Appreciate you pulling up. Salvador Mosqueda, what's going on, bro? God bless you. Appreciate you. Salvador said Ryan is an overhyped racist. Yeah, Ryan got to be careful. He got to, he just got to do some soul searching. Hopefully, my audio coming through. Juan, you hear me clear?
I hear you. You hear
Hold
me?
on, Juan, probably. Nah, I don't hear you. Let me go in and out.
I hit both of y'all.
No, that's that. That's that. What you call it? That's the optimum internet that he got. You feel me? And I think definitely, yeah, it would be something ridiculous. Those would be something nasty.
Hold up, I just thought about it, B3. You said, Juan, do you hear me? He said, yeah, I hear you. Do you hear me? You said,
Yeah,
no, let me go out.
Well,
I was about to say the same
when
shit.
he put he my bad, y'all. I know that probably was crazy. He put a message in the back chat. So I was like reading, and I said, my bad. So I like read what one had said in the back chat. My bad.
Jesus
uh,
Christ.
that probably came out wild. Shout out to FaZe pulling up. He said Devin will be the favorite in Vegas odds no matter what. Come on, FaZe. You know that. You know better than that. Um,
B3,
Ryan, because of the betting and the casual nature of it,
Nah, because you
it's
have to
going
think about
Ryan.
it.
I think Ryan will be probably like a
You would have to think.
minus
You
two
would have to think
fifty.
about it. You would have to
fuck
think about it.
no, bro. I'm
You would have
sorry.
to think about it though. You have to think about it because
Can we eat, man? Can we make some money, man? Y'all is tripping right
nah, bro.
now.
You trying to not make you trying to make a money on a fucking on a favorable fight for Dub, bro.
Hey,
Well, they that's
hey,
the reason why
listen.
Vegas is not gonna do that. They'll never make. I don't think Devin could be a a plus 200 plus 300 versus goddamn anybody around this weight class.
Mm-mm. If
You
we were
know, I
talking
don't think
54, we're
they'll
talking different.
54 or 47 or 30. I
Nah,
mean, or
What's
40.
the Xander fight?
I think Devin is the favorite in that fight. He probably minus 120, 130, but he's not gonna be the underdog in that fight, or it just
nah.
might be.
He'd be the underdog against Boots. He'd be the underdog against dudes like Pandora. Because
I
you
think
gotta think about it. They're gonna go off of who he fought and why when he fought these dudes. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of these betting lines always work.
yeah, no, they got some they got intelligence, bro. That's why.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Devin would definitely be the underdog against Jamal Bucenas. He'll be an underdog against Verge. I mean, no, against Pandora. He might even be an underdog against Virgil.
Nah,
He
he'd
might.
be Virgil.
He
He'd be
might be
Virgil.
an underdog. No, I think he will beat Virgil. I think he could be. I ain't gonna say I think he will. I think he could be Virgil, but I think he will be the underdog, or he might be the underdog. because
It's gonna sound crazy. I think he can beat Jerron too, but I think it's gonna be a lot closer than people think. I think he can beat like Jerron. I think on the lines he would be not the favorite, even with like Fandora, he wouldn't be the favorite. But I think he beats Jerron, and I think he can beat Fandora. It depends on what game plan he's
Who
gonna
is
be using.
he?
nah,
That
I don't think he beats him. I think he has the capability, but I don't think he will beat Juwan.
yeah, I
I
think
don't
he
think.
can.
I,
I
I
think
think
he,
Mm.
I
I'm.
think I think he
I
has
think
the
he can.
capabilities of being able to be. He has all of the makings to be able to do it. But I just think on that night, I just think Jerron, for some reason, he always seems to be able to figure out his opponent. Even though it might not be the prettiest, like the current fight, it wasn't the prettiest, but he still won every round. So it might not be the prettiest, but he still will win that fight.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I wouldn't disagree with you. But I just again from what I seen and from what we calling it out, David, like that. I could move for that for that. You know what I'm saying? I would put some money on that for that because I would feel like that'd be safe. Not safe money, but that'd be good enough money to, play against him. I mean, like if that was a fight that they would make and the Lions came out today and you obviously would be like, well, Jerron's the favorite or whatever the case may be, I would put some money on Dove to win. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh yeah, I
it
mean,
would be
when it's a close fight like that, a
yeah,
close competitive fight like that, you always got to put a little bit of money on the underdog because you never know how that fight going to turn out.
Hmm.
It just a close fight like if they make the fight with David Benavidez versus Jao Obata, whoever the underdog is, I'm putting some money on the underdog. I'm putting
I'm putting
money
some money on.
on the favorite, but I'm definitely putting some money on the underdog as well because it's a close fight. It's a close competitive fight. You don't know who's going to win that fight.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I definitely had to. I mean, even if Vegas felt like if they feel like somebody got you, then they gonna start. They gonna put you as the favorite. Like even though everybody had a 50-50 fight, they knew Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence. They knew what was going on. So even if Vegas think that they know what's going on, if Jerron Ennis and Devin was fighting, I don't think Devin would be no more than a plus 150.
Yeah, nah. It would be something that you can actually kind of make some money off of it. I mean, like anything with knockout with that, I just can't bet no money on it. A lot more times than not. Again, he hasn't had that knockout in a while, so I wouldn't be like, yo, he's gonna get somebody a knockout. But like something like that where he's probably gonna not be the favorite, but he'll be a slight underdog. I can bet some money on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way that works. The way it works. Because even like with like him and Ryan. Like Ryan would be the favorite because of the first fight. But then I'd be like, okay, well, if he a favorite, then I'd say 12-0. You know what I'm saying? I'd be put a line that he'll 12-0. You know what I'm saying?
But but
Or
but 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 I think y'all wrong about Ryan being the favorite in this next fight when they fight.
if they
No,
fight.
I think the reason why we believe that he will be the favorite because they still gonna base it off the first fight, and they're gonna look at what Ryan just did to Mario Barrios, and they're gonna say, you know what? Yeah, he had a bad fight with Rolly, but he looked good. He beat Devin in the first one, even though it was called a no contest, and then he turned around and he outboxed Mario Barrios. So they will favor that Ryan, but it's not going to be a high favorite, but he will be favored. He will
I
probably be
I
like plus
highly
175 to
I,
minus 125. It'll
You
probably
think
be something
Devin gonna
like
be a
that.
plus 75 against Ryan? You're crazy, bro. You don't know how Vegas work. They not
Nah, it would.
stupid. They not
Nah,
supposed
they.
to Rolly
Oh,
It,
I
Ryan
definitely know how Vegas works.
if Devin
Hold on, Faye. Hold on, Faze.
yeah,
You're not
no.
going. You're not going to do that. Like Devin wasn't just the underdog that Norman Jr.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
he
and I
wasn't
Somebody
want
that
and
color
I
underdog.
barely
and I
knew.
and no, he
He
he was
wasn't
an
So
underdog.
underdog.
He was the underdog though because I put some money on that. He was the
yeah,
crazy
He's
underdog. He
definitely
was
an
the
underdog
crazy under. I
in
put
yeah.
some
It
money on it
wasn't
because
the
I showed.
crazy underdog, but it was just good plus money. It
Yeah,
was.
no,
It was good.
I showed B3 the what I won to like on that fight, bro. That yeah, he was an underdog. Even with Lomachenko, he was a crazy underdog too. I put some money on that too, and I wanted some money on that. I would never be like, yo, if Dev is not a favorite, I always put some money because I always
You
feel like he
remember
always
the
pulls it
the
out.
odds with when Devin fought Ryan the first time?
Yeah,
Did I put some?
Ryan was a plus 500 underdog, bro, on the money
So,
line. It
so
was
what makes
crazy.
you
That's the
think
word.
that they're gonna all of a sudden?
Devin was like minus 1300.
No, he wasn't 13. He was. I think he was. I think that was minus 340. I
Yeah,
think
something
he
like
was
No,
that.
minus three forty.
It was
It
something
wasn't
like
like
Ryan
that.
was plus
1300.
5. So you got to put it up because Ryan was like plus 500. So Devin was
I think that's if
yeah.
you
So
take
Devin was a lot higher. To
if you was
start
just
the
a,
start, that was the starting line. I
if
can
but
look it up.
I think he's talking about if you taking the money line, straight money line. I think
Yeah.
we got to remember
Nah, it was
where
not.
you.
Trust me, it was not that close.
What
Yeah,
what what
because remember Ryan was people didn't know if Ryan was going to even make it to the fight.
yeah,
So that
that
was
was true.
messing with the lines and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
this.
you gotta always take a contribution to certain. That's why even when I bet money on certain sports, I look at like past games. I look at certain things. I look at who's going in, who's going out, who playing that night, who not playing that night. Like you gotta always kind of like really take a look at certain shit when you like bet in line, especially in boxing, because boxing is it's weird. It's a weird sport to bet on.
All right, so yeah, y'all was right. 13 was a little too high. Devin started off minus 800 to minus 900, and Ryan started off at plus 500 to plus 575.
what?
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
for the
Yeah,
first
bro.
fight.
I don't
Let's.
remember that shit.
Yeah, it was great. It
Hmm.
was some crazy money, bro. It was some crazy. I think my brother
Yeah,
sent me some
and I
crazy.
think that's
He
why
won some money
everybody
on
was
that.
mad. I think everybody was mad because they probably bet Ryan by KO, thinking that, you know what I'm saying, being greedy because they could have just bet Ryan money line and made bank. You
Yeah,
take that
I would have
plus
done.
500.
So that even makes it more reasonable that you can't go from, I don't know, especially coming off two good wins. That'd be Ryan Norman and
Jose
the last,
Hmm.
Ramirez.
well, that's two
Hmm.
wins.
And they're not gonna let
You
us
can't.
eat phase. I see what you're
No,
saying.
no, no,
They're not gonna let us
no,
eat it in that type of fashion.
no.
Nah, I think you would have to. You would. I wouldn't say he's a crazy. I wouldn't say he was a crazy underdog. I'd say it'd be something close, closer now. It'd be super close now, just because off the base of the bar of
Yeah,
this
it'd be
fight,
fit. Everybody gonna think it's fit. It's gonna at least it's gonna be 50-50. It might be
50-50.
like, yeah,
Like
because because the
you won't
first
make
fight
some money.
was a
Like
majority decision.
yeah,
So we
if you
gotta
was
look at
to
it like that too.
if you was to bet a money line, let's say like not say betting money line, but you would say death by decision, you wouldn't really make no money. But now if you put death by KO, you would make some type of good money. You know what I'm saying? Like it would
Yeah.
be if Ryan was to be like the Ryan by
But
decision, you would make good money, not Ryan by KO.
all I'm gonna say this: if it don't hit, you make no money. You lose money.
Yeah,
So I always
And
I'm gonna
yeah,
say
but you
you
see, but
gotta take what's going.
see,
You gotta put a little bet a little more and put it on what you know is gonna hit
they
or
say,
what
but
you
you
feel in your heart is gonna hit.
that's the
But
problem with a lot of people when they bet money. You scared money make no money. Feel me? Y'all to bet y'all to put a specific. That's why even when I do
that's a great
like
point too.
box that yeah that when y'all do
I'm
boxing,
with you
but
on
like
that one.
I make a way of like, all right, it's either gonna be a decision or you're gonna be thinking. The only thing I
You
was
gonna win
off
some
on,
or
I think my
lose
last
some.
time I bet was crazy.
That's
Was
why.
I think it was the Albright fight.
That's why I won.
Mhm.
I won $120 on the Never Roddy fight. Everybody was like, "Oh, Never Roddy going." I said, "No, Never Roddy stopping him late." And I
Yeah,
Mm.
got a
I would.
stoppage. I got a stoppage late round for Never Roddy and won $120.
I don't
Yeah,
ever really bet against that dude. That dude, yo, he's
he
nice.
just
He's
trying to
for
win
real
and win
nice.
fights.
Yeah, he nice. I don't
It's
care.
like I'm like he is nice, man, and I'm like people don't like Navarrete for whatever because of the Baranchik fight, but we got to keep it 1,000. Like Navarrete
He's
did put
nice.
hella good
He,
performances on display.
yeah, bro. Like, cause I think
Live nights. He
I
got
had
over
put money.
40 fights,
I
like
had put on
43
money.
fights.
I put some money on the Valdez fight, and I put money on Valdez, and I was
Yeah.
like, yo, I think he
Oh,
gonna knock him out. And bro, he put hands and feet on boy. I was like, damn, bro, come on, son. I mean, I put like a little $20 bet, which is nothing, but it was like, damn, come on, bro. Like if I would have won that, like it would been crazy, but
I'm pretty
it's
sure I
whatever.
made money on that. I know I made money this weekend on Navarrete. I mean, he beat like Nunez. He made Nunez almost look like a novice
He was
boxer.
he's really not nice though. Nunes is really not that nice. Like I watched the fight before watching this fight, and I was like, he's okay. Like
Versus I think was it Taniguchi or
yeah,
one of
he's
those.
okay. He's not amazing though. He wasn't like amazing. I'm like, he's okay. He's not really that
I
great.
told y'all what Nunes was. He was a better version of Oscar Valdez. That's all he is.
Not,
Yeah,
not even that because I think I think Valdez just shot. That's all that is. But like, he's not better than. I don't even think he's better than Valdez. To tell you the truth.
No, I'm gonna tell you, he's a better version of Oscar Valdez. You saw Neverati got Oscar Valdez out of there early. It took him
Yeah.
a while to get Nunes out of there because Nunes he can box a little bit. Valdez he can't box at all.
Nah,
He
but you got
can't
to
box at
remember though
all.
too. You got to
He's gonna
remember too,
come
Free.
straight at you.
You got to remember too, Free. Valdez even before taking that Navarrete fight, he been through wars. He went through a lot of wars before even going in that Navarrete fight. So it's like he was already shot. He was kind of already shot there because he went like life and death with Miguel Baranchik, whatever his name was. He went life and death with old boy Scott Quigg. He went like he
Mm-hmm.
went life and death with a lot of dudes, bro. Like it was just like, are you really that much better than like you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to be like, cool, it's hard, but it's like, yeah, Nunes is really not that nice. Because you look at that resume, it's like, it's a nasty resume. It's really no like crazy good fighters on it. It's like, are you really actually good? Because I think somebody pointed it out too on Saturday. I think it was Mora who pointed it out. He's like, this kid really hasn't really fought anybody. So it's like, has he really fought anybody? Yeah, Suarez
Exactly.
fought him better. Yeah, Suarez fought him way better. I agree with Hill. Suarez fought him way better because that's how you fight never. You have to fight him like boxing. You can't really fight him. Yeah,
Talk
they
to
be
him,
trying to
Street.
fight him.
Tell him what he know about hands and feet. Salute to my brother Toledo Trees, the beautiful Bella Faith in here. What's going on?
Hands and feet, bro. Listen, I grew up on hands and feet. All right, I got used to get my ass beat.
I agree with you.
Shout
Yeah,
out to the Vergil family,
he
my
didn't
brother
really
Ken
fight
Raw.
nobody that was top level, but he fought a lot of solid individuals. But it wasn't nobody that said, oh yeah, you know what, that fight right there put him on the map. It wasn't none of
Yeah,
those.
yeah,
But
it wasn't
he
that
fought a
crazy.
lot of solid guys.
Yeah, like because Valdez, like as much as people hate Valdez, like Valdez fought a lot of dudes, but like Valdez went and fought like he didn't have to fight a lot of these dudes. He fought a lot of those dudes that he didn't have to fight.
Yeah, I just don't. If Valdez wasn't retired and they was a fight, and I say both of those guys were still Nunes is at at the prime of his career.
Yeah,
Valdez,
at prime versus
he's
prime,
not.
I'd take Valdez. I'd be like, yeah, Valdez probably by late stoppage, like a little late
I
stop,
would
because
say,
Valdez catches
I'm
you with a lot of weird angle shots and stuff like that. Like he doesn't know how to
gonna say
box.
Nunes. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
nah,
Nunes.
I would even take Nunes because I think even like what was that 130 was that fight was that 130 right?
Yeah, 130.
Yeah, I wouldn't see. I wouldn't
And
even
then,
take that.
that's the thing. Valdez's best
It's
career,
26,
is at
26 or
26.
22. Yeah, 26 or 22.
Yeah, that was the best of his career was at 26 in my opinion.
At 30, I would agree with you that Nunes probably beats him or really beats him, but. Like dudes, like yeah, like Nunes is really like Nunes. Probably like anybody else that fights Nunes from now on, they're gonna figure him out. Like because he can't. There's certain things about him that he can't. Like he can't do certain things because he's a little smaller than everybody. And then at 30, like these dudes are not like tremendously big, but they're bigger than him. Like Navarrete was a lot bigger than him. Oh wow, he's big. That's a big guy.
Well, I mean, they only an inch difference in height. Weight
Yeah,
wise,
but
might be a lot.
you could yeah you could tell though. You could tell like. He built like he a built little fighter pilot dude type dude, but it's like you could tell like yeah you probably you strong you probably really kind of strong but
Navarrete, what you think Navarrete coming in their fight night?
like
He probably
150 maybe
somewhere around 140.
You
145
only
maybe at
think
most.
10 pounds?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, because
No,
he
because
not gonna
I'm saying I'm speaking on this past fight. I ain't
yeah
talking about
Okay.
previous fight. This
yeah
past
he
fight, never
nutritionist
Roddy actually looked like he was in shape in this fight. If you
yeah
look
he
at
had
it,
a nutritionist to fight.
he didn't look flabby. He was
Nah,
still
he
not.
didn't.
There
But I'm
wasn't
just
no
saying he looked a lot bigger and stronger than Nunes, in my opinion.
no. I mean, he's definitely going to be a lot bigger and stronger. But when I'm
I
looking at
wasn't expecting him to be that big and strong though, Free. That was crazy.
no. But
Yeah,
what I'm
that's a
saying.
big guy.
Man.
When I'm looking at his body frame compared to previous fights that Never Roddy been in, Never Roddy looked sloppy in a lot of his previous fights. This fight,
Yeah,
he actually looked like he was in shape. He didn't look sloppy.
you're right. I agree.
He ain't had no muscle definition, but he didn't look
Hmm.
sloppy.
He didn't. He
Yo,
looked fit. Yeah, I'm definitely with you on that. He definitely looked fit. I can't hear Smoke. Smoke, you still in here with us? The stream y'all got to tighten up, man. This is bad podcasting. Appreciate everybody in the building. Make sure y'all tap the
I'm
like
here.
button for us.
No,
I'm here.
smoke here. He just might be gassed out. He here though.
No, I'm here. Well, I got about 20 minutes. I'm about to cook Rashad McCants bitch ass again.
Wow, you about to go off on him?
Yeah, I'm
Hold
about to
on,
go.
man.
The bar already went off on them. I'm just gonna show what they did. Ain't no line.
All right, I gotta play the drop for you. You know this B3SPN. I gotta play the drop for you.
Nah, but he deserved it though, man. You can't be lying like that, man. You can't be lying and ducking like.
So he did he did something honorable. I
Bro,
got you.
he ducked. They got the paperwork on. They whacked 100 in his ass. He ducked. You want to talk about ducking? You duck.
Who ducking Smoke?
He ducked Smoke way back when, but he talked like, you know, he got this warrior spirit, like he a Mamba kid.
Who we talking about?
Rashad
Who we
McCants.
talking? Oh yeah, nah, he said.
See?
He said.
You remember?
You know what I'm
saying?
He was nice in college. He was definitely nice in college, but he said.
We talking about his squabble game. And he said
Oh,
he
he
ran
said
away
too.
from
He
ran
ducked
away.
this Smoke too. He blocked Darren Williams because he's talking about something we can get it anywhere. Darren Williams said, I own the boxing gym. We seen Darren Williams fight. He hit him up. He ain't want to answer.
Yeah, y'all seen. I don't know. Y'all watch Joe's Arena?
Yeah.
You seen they was talking about boxing? He was like, when Mike Tyson fought George Foreman, I just turned it off immediately.
I got so mad. I turned it off.
I turned it off immediately. I was like, yep, no, I gotta turn this shit off.
I'm like, you don't know nothing about that, bro. Ask Kenyon Martin about boxing. Like, I'd rather ask Swaggy P. He actually finna box. You always talk, bro. You a big muscle bound punk. That's what you want.
Nah, Stack know. You know who know
Man,
about
that brother's
boxing? Stack.
over, man. Tell him to stick to his craft. That's all.
Yeah,
He
ain't got no craft. He wasn't even that nice.
No. Oh.
He wasn't that nice. He was
Hold
nice, but he wasn't that nice. He was a 6'5"
You can't do that one. Hold on, one.
No.
Just in hooping circles. Just in hooping
No, in
in general.
college he was nice. I'll give you that.
Okay,
In
so
college he was nice.
you know playing shooting guard for Carolina, that's a pretty damn big deal.
He can't even go back there. He's not
So
allowed.
that's all I'm gonna say from that perspective.
No, bro.
How many years he played in the league? About 8 years?
He ain't played over there. He played 4 years.
Everybody on here know that that's
he played 4 years.
He played 4 years, 3.5. Then he was in the G League twice.
You know who said it? You know who said it too? You know who said it like that? DeMarcus, because DeMarcus was like, I could have averaged 30. DeMarcus looked at him, he was like, Shad, I played with you. I played with you, bro. Come on, son.
Man.
He wasn't like that.
You wasn't like
he wasn't that. He wasn't like that. I'm not trying to cap. I'm trying not
in
trying
college,
to.
He was no. In college, don't get it twisted. In college, he was like.
Listen, he could have been.
In college,
good.
he was doing some good things.
Bro, he still to this day gives some of the blame to Khloe Kardashian because I was dating Khloe Kardashian, so GMs were scared of me. Shut up. They didn't want to. It was you. It was you, buddy. You. Everything is not everybody else fault, bro. At some point, you gotta look in the mirror.
What up, BBO?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Good to see you, my good brother, man. Appreciate you pulling up on us today. Hey, we've been talking about a lot of different things. They're saying that Vergil and Boots is not going to happen. Goldenboy looks like they, pretty much are going to arbitration with Vergil at this point. I mean, what do you want to see next from Boots, man? It's kind of a messed up situation for the guy. Talk to us, BBO.
I just want to say Smoke is Jafar, man. An evil nigga.
Why am I evil?
I'm gonna let him cook. Go ahead, BBO.
Yeah.
What I do now?
You still got cornrows in 2026. So
I got what?
Cornrows.
I got what?
No, man. I'm just messing with you, but I don't know. I think it's.
I'm saying, I'm a little short with this one, baby. I don't know what you're talking about. I know you might got some BDBs, but go ahead.
I thought you had braids still. My bad.
No. Dog season.
Oh, okay. My bad. I thought you had them braids in your hair because you know you smell like Black and Miles, so I just assumed you had braids. My
From the
bad.
Jamaican too. From the Jamaican too. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, go get me a ginger beer. But I'll say this, man.
No, man.
Oscar really is messing up, and it's kind of sad to see him do this because this is the same stuff he got mad at Bob Arum about, and it just goes to show you everything comes full circle. Because I remember as a kid why he wanted to get away from Bob Arum so bad because Bob wouldn't let him fight all the blacks, and to see him, do this with Virgil, I get it. You gave Virgil some M's. You want to keep milking him with these easy fights, but it's time to see if he can fight this big black nigga named Boots. And if he can, let's see what happens. Because if he loses, it's not the end of the world, man.
That's
And
right.
that's the part that's so bad about it is that Oscar knows better than to do this. Oscar know better. Oscar don't need to be doing this. If anybody know how important it is to get those fights, it's Oscar. Same thing. Oscar had to fight no Bernard Hopkins. He chose that fight. And you see what that did for Bernard. It changed his whole career, made him a millionaire. Some say that's how you got Golden Boy off that fight. So just I don't know what's going on with Oscar, man. I just hate to see this because this is why he gets so much hate and vitriol because he keep doing this stupid stuff. If y'all act like Boots is Superman. If Virgil lose, he lose. So what? It's just boxing, we gotta get it on, man. That's all I can say. Because all that's gonna happen is when Virgil beat him, they're gonna say Boots is a prospect anyway. So let's get the fight on and see what happens, man. But this is a very, very bad day for Golden Boy today, to me.
I'm in full agreement with you on that. It's a little static. It's a little static. BBO, you can hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, you got to get some rest, bro. You sound under the weather, family.
Oh yeah, I'm
Um,
good to go, man. I actually don't feel bad. I just, my voice is gone, but I don't feel bad, which is good. But
okay.
yeah, I mean, it's just exciting, man, to see boxing going in the right way. But I'll tell you this, man. We got to keep working, man. It is what it is. But I just hate to see Oscar doing this. He know better than this. This is bad.
Yeah, it's not a good look. Talk to the people about have you been had your ears to the street on this Devin versus Rolly fight? Do you feel like it should happen? Do you feel like Devin should go ahead and step up and unify with Rolly?
Uh, from what I'm hearing, it probably won't happen. So I don't know. We just got to see.
Wow.
I want to see the fight, but it's just like they already knew they wasn't gonna get Xander. That was a smoke screen. We already knew he wasn't gonna fight Keyshawn. Keyshawn want to fight Monty. What's the dude's name? Monty Roach. So he not looking to fight him. And I just think at the end of the day, if I'm Devin, fight the mandatory, then regroup, man. But don't just sit here and have these guys, man, like keep using your name for whatever, man. Just get the mandatory out the way and then go find what fight you want to do. Give yourself some more time. Like maybe I don't know, because I'm hearing the fight I'm excited about. I'm hearing we might get Brian Norman Jr. versus Tio. And I can't wait because I think Tio will stop Brian Norman. So that's exciting. But we'll see what happens, man. Maybe Devin get the mandatory, Tio and Brian Norman fight, and maybe Tio and Devin finally get it on. But Devin got to stop waiting around. These guys don't want to fight him right now. It is what it is. It's the same playbook we've been seeing. Now we got Bill Tumball. He fighting Xander. That's a lie. Xander got a fight on a Puerto Rican Day parade already booked, Madison Square Garden. So we got to stop this, man. Fight the mandatory, get some more time. Shakur Sanchez don't want no smoke. He gonna probably fight Ryan. It is what it is, man.
Mm. What's your thoughts on kind of the direction of like Zuffa boxing, man? Shout out to Jao Pataya coming up this weekend. Just talk to the people, BBO, about Jao Pataya and everything going on.
I'm looking to have an interview with him and his manager. Shout out to the Tasman. The IC man, he can fight. We just got, the guy Brandon is not really Brandon Glennon is not gonna be the guy to show you he can fight. Um,
Mm.
I say this: Brandon's tough and Brandon can fight. But for me, we just waiting to see him and David Benavidez get it on. To be honest with you, because I think he'll beat Noel. I think that David will beat Zerto, and I think the winner, man, the fight that we really need that's actually a 50-50 fight is probably a B David versus Ja Obertai. And I definitely think we got to be careful though because Ja Obertai like to play a little games. But if he come in focus, he could probably beat David. But that's the fight I want to see. David versus Ja. We just got to wait. You know, that's the name of the game of boxing. Hurry up and wait.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I see Bella saying Dev is stalling Rolly right now.
I mean, at the end of the day, Rolly is a talk a big game, but he trying to get as much money as he can from Devin. Let's just call it what it is. He talking about he want $12 to $15 million. He ain't worth $15 million with $15 million in his pocket. So when you got somebody asking Devin for $15 million, come on, man, that's crazy. I mean, they say everything but let's fight. You know, shout out to the boy Champ side. They've been saying that for years. They say everything but let's fight, which is
Yeah.
crazy. That's the story of Devin's career. Niggas cloud chasing. They talk about he's soft, he can't fight. But your favorite fighter never seen to fight this dude.
Now, BVO, let me ask you this: are you hearing that it's a one fight deal for Rolly with the PBC, or are they looking to get a multiple fight agreement with Devin Haney?
From what I heard, it's just a one off. You know,
Okay.
they try to because you got to remember that Devin is actually
Well, you know,
signed.
Jamel called out Devin Haney.
Yeah, but that fight ain't gonna happen. Ain't no there would be no reason for Devin to go to 54 and fight Jamel. There's no win in that. You know what I mean? Jamel got to really kind of
Yeah.
start at the bottom again. Go fight Cornflake or somebody.
Man, that's a huge win for Devin Haney. Charlo would easily, in my opinion, be the biggest name on his resume.
Well,
I'm gonna be
this
honest with
is
you,
what I
man.
don't understand. This is what I don't
Jamel
understand
will
about
stop
Charlo.
Devin, bro.
This
You
is
don't
what I
really
don't
just
understand.
because you been out the ring. If you watch that fight with Canelo, them shots to hit with Canelo with will knock most guys out.
This
Let's
is
Yeah,
not
what I don't
forget that
understand
he can
with
overhand
hit with
Jamel.
right,
those.
that uppercut. I mean, he was putting
If
leather on
Jamel,
Canelo. Canelo just got a chin. So if
if
I'm
Jamel is
Devin,
looking for
I'm not
a
about to
fight,
fight no hard hitting dude.
He can't
Heck.
hear you, free. You can't hear free, can you, BBO?
Oh my bad. No, go ahead, free.
oh no, you good, you good. Now, if Jamel wants a big fight, all you got to do is come back, fight for your WBA title. You'll become a champion again if you win, or you will be a unified champion because who has the WBA? That's
Xander
ain't that
Zayas.
Zayas. You will be a unified champion, and there's big fights waiting to happen. You got a Jawan Boots in his fight. You got
Yeah.
Sebastian Fedor or Keith Thurman, whoever wins that fight. You got that fight right there. You got big fights waiting to happen. All you got to do is come back and fight Xander Zayas. Beat Xander Zayas, and you're a unified champion all over again because you are a WBA champion in recess. You can fight for that title right now. Fight for
I'm
that
with you.
title
I'm
right
with you.
now.
I'm with you on that. Jamel, we definitely need to see Jamel back in the ring. That's without a doubt. Um, we looking forward to that as the boxing public. Who he fight? Hey, like you saying, free. If he come back at 154, he got plenty of options.
Yeah, I mean, there's fights to be made. He's looking for the biggest money fight he can get right
Right.
now. You're
Right.
not that guy that people say, okay, I want to get a fight with Jamel Charlo. You're not that guy anymore. They didn't move past you. You've been out of the ring for 2 years. They didn't move past you. Maybe if this was a year ago, you'll probably still be that dude that people say, okay, let's get in it. Let me get this fight with Jamel. But it's been 2 years. It's going on 3 years. Come July, I mean, come September, it will be 3 years since you've been out of the ring. You're not that guy anymore. So you got to get a fight where you can get a fight to make people know I'm back. You got to get a fight to let people know you're back. So, like I said, you are a WBA champion in recess. You can go fight Xander Zayas right now and become a unified champion if you win that fight. You will be a unified champion. Forget one belt, you will have two belts. So you'll have two of your original belts back, and you just got two more to collect.
Hey, listen, I'm right there with you, free. Hey, man, y'all tap the like button, help the channel grow. We do have a gold pin. All we need is one super chat. It'll be the first super chat for the live. If somebody can do that, knock it out for us. That'll be greatly appreciated. We definitely building. Um, hey, Charlo coming back. I mean, he's calling out the big money fight. And as we can see right now, Devin Haney is really he's looking like one of the biggest money fights between 147, 154. I mean, he's with being with Turkey. I mean, he's probably a top three fight. So I mean, even Jamel mentioning his name is kind of a big deal and kind of shows you where Devin is at. So I feel like Devin should take the Rolly fight. And then as a unified champion at 147, having a WBA title at 150, 147,
Well,
it gives him more options.
Well, from the sounds of it, it ain't Devin's choice what fight he's gonna take. It's up to Bill. Bill said he's the one that's picking these fights. So
Right.
it doesn't seem like it's Devin's choice. It seems like it's whatever Bill decides he wanna do. So Bill, you make up your mind which fight you gonna do and then focus on that fight. Stop doing hey, I want this fight over here, I want this fight over here. Focus on one fight at a time. Get that one locked down and you got a date for that fight to happen. Boom, you got that fight. Then you could talk about the next fight after this fight. But right now, focus on a single person that you want to fight, lock it down, and then you can move on. He's too busy saying, oh, we can fight this guy, we can fight that guy, we can fight that guy. Yeah, we know you got the options, but which one of the options are you going to take? Because you're not telling us which option you're going to take. You're just throwing names out left and right.
I mean, I'm with you. I'm definitely with you on that. Um, and shout out to Coach Eddie in here. Make sure y'all tap the like button for us. Um, Pooh said that May 30th day Rolly is talking about sounding like a main event. They offered Devin a May 30th date to main event with Rolly. Now,
Well, they offer him
and
that date because that's the. I think they got a purse bid that's coming up in 2 weeks. If he doesn't make a fight, that fight is going to be called to a purse bid. His
right.
mandatory fight is going to be called to a purse bid. So
But
he got to
see,
make a fight within 2 weeks.
but here's the situation. Devin and Bill had to move strategically. I believe they will. And Rolly needs a unification fight, or at least probably a fight signed to not have to fight Giasov. Because the Giasov fight, that's a tough fight for Rolly. So the way I see it, uh Rolly, they might be playing because I remember the last time everybody looked back, Floyd wanted Ryan to fight Rolly instead of Devin, and Ryan went ahead and fought Devin anyway. I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
mean,
this time around, I do believe that the world wants to see Devin and Ryan, but don't underestimate Floyd and getting that Ryan fight for Rolly. I'm gonna just say, just beware
y'all didn't
because
y'all
that
didn't
would
see
be the
the sign.
ultimate. That would be a crazy squeeze right there because that's
Y'all
still a
didn't see the sign
unification.
that Rolly was holding up. Rolly had a sign that he was holding up. He was holding up the daggone WBA for sale sign. He's trying to sell that stuff because
I didn't see
that's
it.
the reason why they talking about Devin right now because they said, okay, I'm probably going to lose either one of these fights. Which one will pay me the most money? Because I'm probably going to lose either one. Whoever I get in the ring with, I'm probably going to lose. So which one will pay me the most money? Devin is a bigger
But Rolly
name.
beat Ryan, so he don't believe he can beat Ryan again.
No, no, no. I'm talking about between his mandatory and Devin. I'm talking
Oh,
about
okay.
between the
He can't.
mandatory and Devin. Because
Ryan is not an option.
Ryan is not trying to make the rematch with Rolly. Ryan ain't looking to
Good
make a
point.
rematch with Rolly.
Good
Now
point.
Rolly might want that rematch, but Ryan don't want it.
Ryan, I don't think Ryan. I don't think Ryan wants to do a deal. And shout out to the great team with Leonard Ellaby and Al Heyman with the buttoned up business. And I mean, they got Ryan on stringent testing, and he looked like Ryan. He didn't look like a souped up fighter. Mario, I don't know who. I mean, Mario Barrios. Brian looked like a phenomenal Mario Barrios performance, Duarte performance, Devin Haney performance. Even the Devin Haney fight, he didn't look his best, I would say. But definitely this Mario Barrios performance, he looked like uh going up and fighting Mario Barrios. He put on a great performance, and it was really. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I like what he's doing with his boxing. You know, he's that was a hell of a performance. Y'all, everybody saw the fight. I don't got to talk about it too much. But so we really need to see the Devin versus Ryan rematch. That's really the fight we need. The after that fight, I just don't want to see Devin left standing at the altar and Floyd come in and swoop another fight. This is business, it's not personal. So Devin really options right now. Devin doesn't have a mandatory, right? So I don't know if it was free or some. Oh yeah, I believe BVO said that Devin should fight is mandatory, right? And Jack Catterall is number one in the WBO. Um, are we at the point where
Well, Devin doesn't have a mandatory. He could fight his number one contender. He doesn't have a mandatory. But Jack Catterall is the number one contender. There's no mandatory for Devin. That's the reason why Devin is searching for a fight because he doesn't have a mandatory.
right? Okay, okay. So he's looking for a big fight now. I'm gonna say this to y'all, and Coach Eddie pulling up. Appreciate you, Coach. I'm gonna bring you in. You already know we about to cook. Devin Haney really is gonna be okay either way, if and only if right they shock the world and make the Devin versus Shakur. Now that would supersede if Bill and if they can do that fight at 147, if Shakur would take that fight, right? If that's not an option,
I,
Devin also he also can make he can also wait on Ryan, but Ryan is not gonna come back to a Devin fight. We already know this. We've been talking about this for a while. So I don't know. I mean, Turkey would have to probably see about that Xander fight, man. Puerto Rican Day Parade with Xander. Let me bring in Coach Eddie. Talk to me. What's your thoughts, Coach Eddie? What's your thoughts on us missing out on a Virgil fight and come in, Coach? Just cook with us. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. Hey, bro. I don't know what the holdup is. I guess it's caught up in the legal battles. I didn't Mikey Garcia go through something like this similar where he was on the shelf for I think what 2-3 years, man. So this is not uncommon to see fighters being going back and forth with their promotion companies. I think Andre Ward had to deal with something similar to that also. If I remember, he sat on the shelf, the sideline for a minute.
Stevie Rashid
That's why
Ellis
I
did
always
the
say,
same thing too. Stevie Rashid Ellis did the
yeah,
same thing with Oscar. He sat on the shelf for 2 years and then he got let go.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing new. The promotion company. That's why I always say boxers come a dime a dozen, and people be like, "Man, what you talking about?" This is what I'm talking about. This kind of stuff, and they'll put you on the shelf, man. There ain't nobody that's bigger than the game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they keep saying I don't know what's going on in the media. They saying Ortiz want to make the fight, Boots want to make the fight. I think right now, if I'm Boots, I just move forward, man. I'm not going to even entertain this Virgil fight till you get yourself situated, because you ain't even in the position where you can fight. So I got to move forward. I got to move on. I can't hold my career up and risk inactivity waiting around on you.
Hey coach, this is the reason why I tell everybody these fighters work for the promoter. Anytime a promoter can put a fighter on the shelf, that means the fighter worked for them. They don't work for the fighters. The fighters work for them.
Nah, facts. That's why I always say fighters come a dime a dozen. Because they'll put you on the shelf and then they'll big up the next guy. And right now, it's so many young guys out there, man. It's like the boxing market is flooded right now with talent what people want to see. And the YouTube channels, shout out to guys like B3, and the people out there on YouTube, they're the one who's really making these fighters more relevant than they ever been. These fighters ain't never been this relevant, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we
Appreciate you,
constantly
coach.
keep,
Yeah, we working.
constantly keeping these guys in the algorithm. Back then, if you wanted to be relevant, you had to be, a major player in the game. You had to be a star, pretty much. Now everybody's a star. Well, you can hype up your favorite fighter all day, every day, and it'll get traction, man. So these guys right now, I know Vergil, he in a bad place. Boosters need to move on, man. The Charlo fight is there. I think he should entertain that fight, man. It'll be a good fight when you catching the man really at the right time. And Charles said he want to come back. So if he don't want to take no tune up, that's on him. You know what I'm saying? The man say, look, man, I'm a champ. I don't need no tune up. I want to go straight to you. I can beat you. Hey, let's do it. And I don't want to hear no excuses talking about I was rusty. That was your decision. Now, if you needed a tune up, you should get active. Go find somebody like Cornflake, like your brother did. See if Cornflake want to fight you. And take that tune up and then come on back. And that list, that Devin
Shout out to
Haney list.
Cornflake.
Yeah, shout out to
Friend of
Corn.
the
I ain't
show,
got nothing
friend of the
against
network.
Cornflake, man. He a good dude. I ain't got nothing against him. He tried his best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Hey, coach, talk to me about the Devin Haney Rowley. Bill wants it to be streamed on DAZN. Shout out to Bella. DAZN and Amazon. I like how Bill's thinking. Let's get to the bread. Bill prefers Dale to fight in June or July. Do you feel like, coach, do you want Devin to go ahead and take that May 30th date, Barclays with Rowley? Do you feel like he should make it work? Or do you feel like Devin should kind of uh, not be kind of dictated to and more so focus on that Ryan rematch or another option? What's your thoughts on the situation, coach?
Nah, man, you go ahead and pick that payday up, man. See, each time you turn the fight down, you basically turn down the bag. And this ain't no chump change either. You ain't turning down, $15,000. You turn down millions of dollars. The man got something that you want, right? The man got a belt. You say you want to be undisputed, so you got to handle that business anyway at some point in time. Why ain't nothing, like the present? You go ahead and handle that business right there. You go ahead and beat Rowley, or Rowley beats you. But I'm gonna say that you should beat Rowley. But if you beat Rowley and you do it in a better fashion, cause Garcia lost to Rowley, so that's gonna put a feather in your cap. That's gonna bring when y'all come to the table, y'all might have a little bit more leverage or whatever. Because Ryan gonna be the A side, I guess. I don't know. With Turkey Al-Sheikh, I don't know if it's an A side, B side. I don't know how all that works. He may look. This what you getting. This what you getting. It is what it is. But
This
all
fight
this
is offered by Amazon Prime, coach. So it will more. I mean, I believe they're gonna make Devin the A side, but essentially what they're doing is going to be like a PBC event more so than a Turkey event. Like a more so PBC over.
hey,
Like
and
a
ain't nothing wrong with that. Cause that mean that $14 million that's still on the table with Turkey. I guess I'm gonna say that money is in the escrow because that money with PBC that's coming from somebody else. It's a bag, man. So you get to pick up a bag and you get to get something that you want anyway. So why not go ahead and make the fight?
Yeah, I'm with you on that, coach. Be a unified champ. Now, let me ask you this, coach. Who do you got winning that matchup, Rowley Devin? Do you feel like uh that's gonna be a tough fight for Devin? How you see that fight playing out?
I think it'd be a tough fight for both guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Rowley, he's awkward. I mean, I'm pretty sure Devin Haney will be the favorite in that fight, in the betting favorite. I don't know how big of a favorite he will be, but I'm pretty sure all the odds makers will have probably Devin winning that fight. But Rowley's strong. He's a puncher, awkward, and anything. It's boxing, man. Anything can happen, man. So we always got to keep that in mind. So every man got a chance. Yeah, Rowley has a chance to win the fight, but I think Devin, should be able to pull it off if he don't get caught with nothing big and able to, avoid the shots or whatever, and just do what he does. Devin just do what he do. Box, move, stick, frustrate. Calculate, be smart and intelligent. He should come out the victor. But you still got to be, cautious with anybody with them small, them 8-ounce gloves on, man, because it don't take but one. You know what I'm saying? So you always got to be on your P's and Q's.
Yeah, was you coach, did you when you saw, and appreciate everybody still in the building, y'all tap the like button. If you can help the channel grow, make sure you hit the follow. Coach, are you surprised that we're not gonna get the Virgil Boost fight? I mean, it's been talked about as really one of the most anticipated, arguably the biggest fight of the year. And I mean, when you review the situation, it's Golden Boy at fault, man. And with the zone, they were pushing for this fight so hard. They were trying to make it a the zone pay-per-view event for around May, June time. Do you think that the zone needs to push for that fight? I mean, get it over the line. Should they? Is that still the biggest fight to be made in boxing for you or for them guys? Or what's your thoughts on that fight?
Nah, I say you leave that sucker right where he is, sitting on the curb. Sitting beside the rest of the trash cans, man. You know what I'm saying? Let him figure it out. That's not my job to figure it out. We made you an offer. We came to the table in good faith. We got in the ring with you. We built some, promotion for the fight. Now you don't want to take advantage of it. Oscar, obviously your promoter don't want the fight, because if he did want the fight, he'd be willing to make the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I say you move forward, man. Yes, disappointing, but Boots got to move on, man. Boots got to move on. He got his other people he can get out there and get at. You know what I'm saying? Maybe fight Josh Kelly. That's an in-house fight. Make that fight. You know what I'm saying? You get Josh what he need. Eddie Hearns, in other words, Eddie Hearns got to put his money where his mouth is. Now, if you want to build Boots, you know what I'm saying? You already got the man signed already. Go ahead and make the Josh Kelly fight, in-house fight. Make sure Josh is compensated well. Even if he have to give Josh a little bit more money than he used to getting. You make him an offer he can't refuse. You go ahead and get that. You go ahead and pick that belt up right there, and then now you let Boots go after Xander or Fondor. Now he's in the conversation now, because now I got the other puzzle piece that you guys need if you say you want to be undisputed. So now y'all got to come through me. So that's what you do, man. And then you just let Vergil sit out there on the sideline. So if that fight do happen, if you have all the belts, you would be truly the super duper A side in that fight, because you ain't bringing nothing to the table, man. I got all the belts, and I'm a 70-30 you then. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no 60-40, no 50-50. You should have got with it you should have got with it already. Now I got all the belts. I'm a 70-30 you, 65-35. Take it or leave it. Straight A side. You know what I'm saying?
I'm definitely with you on that. Shout out to Micah. Salute, man. Appreciate everybody pulling up. Pool. I see you. Yeah, that Boots versus Majimov fight. I think that is a good fight for Boots next.
I don't want to see that fight, man. I want to see Bird. I want to see that fight.
Let's get an
I'll tell you
opponent for
why.
Boots. Then talk to us, coach.
Nah, Charlo, man. Charlo better opponent than Mike. Madden Mall, he done been through the ringer, man. That man done been through the ringer, man. You know what I'm saying? He got beat up by Vergil. You know, he got touched up pretty bad. He lost to Terrence Crawford. Who else did he lose to? Didn't he lose? How many losses he got? 2 or 3? Don't he got 3 losses? I think you say the Charlo fight, man. Charlo fight. Madimov, they just use him like a gatekeeper. I mean, I think, does Madimov have 3 losses or 2 losses?
Magnumov, he got 2. He got one by Vergil, one by Jerome. One by Bud.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Madimov fight is.
And he got 1 draw. He had a draw when he fought Bud, and then he got his first loss, and then he got a second loss when he fought Vergil.
Yeah, either that or go straight for one of the champions, man. You know what I'm saying? Go straight for Xander. Go straight for Fundora.
You talking about Charlo?
You know, yeah, I'm cool with the Charlo fight too. But I'm saying
I'm
Boots.
talking about
If you want to
Boots.
be champ,
Oh,
I, I say you go straight for Xander. Go straight for Xander or straight for Fundora. Try to
I
get
mean,
one of them champs in the ring with you.
he is in line to be called the mandatory for Xander Zayas. They haven't called him as the mandatory, but he's in line to be called because he has the interim title. So he's in line to be called as the mandatory to Xander Zayas. So if you can get that fight without being called as the mandatory, it benefits you because now you're not getting the mandatory split. You're getting whatever split y'all agree to. But
Right.
if you get called as the mandatory, they can say, "Hey, look, we're not paying you no more than what the mandatory split is."
Yeah, Boots. That Boots Xander fight is a great fight.
Yeah, but even with the mandatory split, they could take it, and Eddie Hearn could just say, "Look, I'll make up the difference, man. Don't worry about it. You go into that
I mean,
mandatory
well,
split, and I'll make the difference up."
what they could do, they could push it to. I mean, they could ask the sanctioning body, can they change the split because of his value of what he brings to the table as a bigger name fighter and a former unified champion at a lower weight class and a ring champion at a lower weight class. They can ask for a bigger percentage, and it's up to the sanction body whether they grant it or not. But I mean, it that's just prolonging the fight because now you got to wait for the sanctioning body to come back with a decision. So I mean, like I said, I
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
it don't
mad
make
with
sense to
if
that
it
fight to
wasn't
go to
for, like I
first
said,
bid.
you can't get the Virgil fight. There's other suitable fights for you at 54. As long as you're not making no fights with any other Limas or Lyman Beans or somebody like that, you making some other decent fights. Ain't nobody gonna really say anything because they know you was trying to get the Virgil fight and that fight couldn't come through.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good. What's going on, Mike? That's 100% right, free. What's going on, Micah? Talk to us,
What's
man.
good, man? Just got off work. Uh, if Boots go and get all the belts and then go fight Virgil, he should hit him with the 25-75. If for undisputed, if you want to fight for undisputed, 25-75. If you want to fight for one belt, then you could get the mandatory split.
Yeah,
That's
I agree with that. I agree with that because
that's how Devin did Shakur.
yeah, I agree with that because I mean at the end of the day, you're not you haven't really fought anybody outside of Erickson Lubin, quote unquote, that's
Yeah,
really a big name fighter because like I said, people keep saying Manimal. Manimal got his name off of losing to Bud Crawford. That's what he got his name
yeah,
off of. Losing to Bud Crawford. He hasn't beat anybody that we say is a good fighter. Anybody
and
that you look at his resume, you be like, man, who are these dudes? I never seen these dudes before.
Madrimov didn't take that belt from nobody either.
Right. He got elevated. He
Yeah,
got
that's a
I think nah,
valid
he won
point.
a. I think he won. I think he won a vacant, but I mean, it's essentially. I got you, free.
Hey,
no,
They
I mean
just like hey, B3, just like my man
in
said
that
though,
Karnam in that Kurbanov fight, because
like
Kurbanov was 25 and no, they let him fight for the vacant.
who you
But
fight matters.
but yeah, I mean who you fight matters. So like I said, everybody keeps saying, oh, Virgil beat Magnum. Magnum, do y'all realize we were sitting here clowning Bud for fighting Magnum, even though it was for a belt? People was talking about Bud for fighting Magnum.
Yeah, they were.
Magnum
I
was
ain't
a
gonna
nobody.
lie, I was one of those people.
Yeah, Magnum was a nobody. Even though it was for a belt,
They had a
Magnum
lot of
was a
fights.
nobody. People were saying, why you not going after Boxland? That's what people ask Bud. Why you not going after Boxland? Why are you fighting Magnum? Go after
Or
Boxland.
why you ain't fighting Boots? I say why you ain't fighting Boots?
That
You
too.
know what I'm saying? They were saying Terrence Crawford was Douglas Slow. He said, okay, you gonna skip over Boots, but you don't
So
want
that's
the
why
fight
that's what
Magnum.
I'm trying to figure out how all of a sudden Magnum is this big world renowned fighter when nobody thought anything about Magnum when Bud was fighting him. All of a
That's
sudden,
it.
People thought,
Well,
oh,
he
he
well when
got to
he
push
didn't, he
Bud to
just
the
kind of
limit.
he showed. I feel like he just showed the world that he can compete, and
Yeah.
he had a certain skill set. But yeah, but pre-fight, nobody knew who he was. I'm with you.
It's because
Let me
Bud was
let
supposed to knock his head off and he didn't. That's all.
right.
Yep.
Just like
It was just like
Pitbull got
yep.
big because Tank ain't
Edgar
knock his head
Berlanga,
off.
he got Berlanga went 12 rounds with Canelo,
Hey,
and then went in and
I'm
got
right there
flipped
with
over
you.
by Hunter
I'm
Sherrod.
right there with you,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
I didn't think David Avenese was a big name fighter. I'm not one of these ones that's gonna jump on a bandwagon because another person fought. If the man was a nobody before that person fought him and he lost, why would he be somebody now? He was a nobody before he fought him, and then you lost. So all of a sudden you are somebody because you lost.
Well, the thing about it is the reason why Madrimov got a lot of because some people, I'm not one of those guys, but some people even thought Madrimov wanted to fight. Feel like he pushed Bud to a limit, and he was cracking Bud, and it was a competitive fight. So that's what I'm saying. When you fight a big name fighter, even if you lose, if you make a good showing, it's going to elevate you, man, because you didn't get cooked. You know what I'm
But see,
saying? You went in there and you competed.
you didn't get cooked. But the way I looked at it as you had a guy that was moving up from a smaller weight class. So yes, Bud might have had problems in that fight, but he was the smaller guy moving up. He was supposed to have problems in that fight. He was
And see, and that's another thing too. That smaller guy statement is so deceptive when you use that statement. And I'm just saying in general because these guys are cutting so much weight and they got a method to their madness and they got people that know how to do it. These guys really, they're not small. Like look at Lamont. Lamont Rose was bigger than Tank, even though he was moving up from the smaller weight class. He was the bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney, huge man. You know what I'm saying?
no, but see, Lamar
Moving up
Roach
in these
was
different weight
different.
classes, so it's crazy.
Lamar Roach was different because Lamar Roach had fought at 40, and then he went to 35, and then he went down to 30. So he fought at
I mean,
35.
Sean Porter fought at 60.
But see, Lamar Roach fought at 35 more times than Tank fought at 35. Lamar Roach, majority of Lamar Roach's career was at 35. Tank career, majority of his career was at 26 and 30.
But only one of them missed weight at 30. So I mean, Tank got a bigger frame than Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach just a couple inches taller.
Hey, let me get in here, fellas. Hey, everybody in here, man, make sure y'all tap the like button. Help us grow. We definitely building as a channel. Um, support the channel, and I appreciate all the viewership. Um, I think Tank is gonna come back and fight Pitbull if I'm not mistaken, but we got to
I
see.
hope not.
We just got yeah. I mean, that's just what it is,
I mean,
man.
He
I'm
need
gonna be
to.
honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Unless he's fighting a Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis, well, not even Keyshawn Davis, but a Shakur Stevenson, it makes sense for Tank Davis to fight Pitbull Cruz because he missed out on a lot of money. He missed out on a lot of money. And the way you recoup that is you fight somebody that a lot of people want to see you fight. A lot of the Mexicans still want Tank Davis to fight Pitbull Cruz. Because they believe Pitbull won that first fight. And so there are going to be a lot of people that's going to buy into that fight. And so
At
he's going
what
to make
weight
a lot of
class
money
though?
at 40. You're going to fight him at
140.
40. You're
So
going to
he
fight him at
so
40.
he can move to 40 to fight Pitbull. What about
Mm-hmm.
Lamont Roach? Why don't he avenge his? Well, I ain't
Lamar
gonna.
Roach,
I hear.
Lamar Roach don't
Lamar
have
Roach,
anything.
Lamar
Pitbull is
Roach
interim
is not
champion.
even, yeah, Lamar Roach is
Oh
not even
shoot,
back
Pitbull
yet.
a champion? My bad,
Yeah,
I ain't even know that.
he the interim in the WBC.
He's
Oh,
the
I don't be
internet.
paying attention to the Mickey Mouse jumps. Sorry.
No, but Lamar Roach is changing right now.
Them jokers look
Lamar
yeah,
Roach
look
Tank
ready
gonna
to
fight
split
for
before you know it.
another Mickey Mouse belt?
Let
That's
uh
crazy.
let Don Smith let Don Smith have anything be late for a meeting or late for testing or can't fight. He got to be out for a year. The Pitbull will be full champion. So that
Which
them interims matter.
you know
No,
what
but
sanctioning body it is?
what I was gonna say,
WBC.
Lamar
Oh hell
Rose,
yeah, they won't
Lamar
tank to
Rose
have that.
he hasn't even came back from his injury yet. He broke his hand. He hasn't came back yet. So we don't know if Lamar Roach is going to be ready for a Tank Davis fight when he comes back. So I mean, and like I
I
said,
still like the Shakur versus Lamont,
I think
but
when you
Lamont
looking
is
at the
injured. This is
money
new news to
aspect,
me.
it makes sense for Tank Davis
I,
to fight Pitbull Cruz from the money aspect, not
yeah,
from the fighting aspect, from the money aspect. Tank
I
Davis
wish
has spent
Shakur
a
would have
lot of
just
money on a lot of money on these lawyers. He lost a lot of money in not being able to get the Jake Paul fight, not being able to get the rematch with Lamont Roach. So how can you recoup it by getting the biggest fight you can get outside of Shakur Stevenson? Because I don't think that he's gonna fight Shakur
Ryan
Stevenson.
Garcia.
Nah, nah,
Nah,
nah, nah. He ain't
he's not
taking no
fighting
tough
him.
fights
Man,
like that.
bro,
Let me ask
nah.
you, not in no
Yo, I
47.
heard this dude. I heard
But
this
they
dude
may.
compare. You go. I'm sorry.
No, I
Lamont
want you
Roach
to
will
cook,
never
coach. But I'm just gonna
Lamont
say
Roach
this:
will
they may revisit the Jake
never be
Paul.
bigger than Pitbull Cruz. Lamont Roach rematch will never be bigger than Pitbull Cruz because Lamont Roach don't have the fan base that Pitbull Cruz got. He don't got the fan base. Even though
So
some people believe that Lamont
Right.
Roach won, there's a lot more Mexicans that believe Pitbull won than there is people that believe that Lamont Roach won.
Right. Go ahead and cook, coach.
Yeah, they talking about the Ryan fight. I think that fight is done, man. That he done got
Ryan
too
Tank.
big. Yeah. 147 pounds, man. That fight ain't not gonna
so
happen, man.
let's
You know.
let's be real. Oh my bad. I'm sorry.
Now you good, but that's all I had to say.
Let's be real. I am in no way, shape, or form a Tank fan and at all. But I will say, Tank carried all of those dudes in them pay-per-views because when he fought Ryan, did all them pay-per-views, Ryan fought again, and it was on free TV. Pitbull, free TV. I mean, that they fan bases ain't translating the bread. Tank gonna carry them fights. It don't matter who he fight.
Yeah,
Nah,
I'm.
Pitbull
Nah, but the
But I
fought
Pitbull.
in
think
another
if
he
he
fought in
fights
another
Shakur
pay-per-view.
though, I think that's big. I think that'll be bigger than the Cruz fight.
Shakur, yes.
Absolutely,
No,
Yeah,
100%.
because
I believe
everybody.
the Shakur fight is
But I
the
don't think that's
biggest
on the
fight
table right now.
that can be made.
And you
But
know he gonna
Shakur is
be
dealing with the
repping Puerto Rico.
Let them
no.
unify.
I think the Shakur fight is a bigger fight to be made, but Shakur is dealing with somebody that Tank don't want to do business with. So that's the reason why that fight is probably not going to
See that
happen.
that that right there. That's a stumbling block, man. Because reason why they say talking about doing business, your company that you do business with is doing business with the person that you don't want to do business with. How that work out? You know what I'm saying? Turkey, he bringing everybody together. So Tank be ducking, man. I'm just gonna call a spade, man. Tank don't want to fight nobody, man.
He
You
don't.
know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
I
keep it
said
100. He
that
don't
a
want to fight
long time
nobody, man.
ago. I got cussed out for saying that.
Mm.
Yeah, Tank, he don't want to fight nobody, man. That man don't want to fight nobody. He just
He
want to
coming
rob
back
the
up.
bank. And I ain't mad at him,
So
brother,
coach,
but
he gonna come back
the
to
man
fight
don't want to
Jake.
fight
I'm sure.
nobody, dog.
T Hill, pull up, man. Please and thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Coach Eddie, if that's the case, then why are everybody else
Let's
who are quote
go.
unquote giving us the
Huh?
fights that people want to see
But
actively
I
pursuing
meant
his former fighters,
I'm
man?
and listen,
You gotta take some of that air out of the tank
let me
hate,
say this
bro. Come
real
on
quick. It's
now.
a little feedback. We
Nah,
four more. We gotta meet. Oh my bad, coach. You about to cook?
yeah, Tank don't get a monopoly on the guy just because you beat him. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying.
if they
Everybody
ain't
always
fighting nobody,
this
why they
this
fighting them?
this term leftover is overused. Everybody's somebody's leftover, man. You know what I'm saying? If I fought Glass Joe back in the day when I was coming up, or Don Flamenco, or Ball Bull, or whoever, they gonna be somebody left over. So all I'm saying is Tank been in the game for a long time. How we've been talking about this Shakur fight since before COVID, bro. It's 2026, man. What's the hold up? It can't be that many reasons, that many roadblocks why we ain't got this fight, man. We talking about 8 years, bro. This fight been brewing longer than Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Let that sink in.
No, coach.
It's only been
Shakur
brewing
This
for
fight been
4.
brewing, man. It ain't happened yet.
Shakur and Tank Davis wasn't talked about before COVID.
I promise you it was. Man, I was on H
COVID
Money
was
panel there
2020.
arguing with them dudes, man. They've been talking about it before
That
COVID,
was
man.
6 years ago.
Shakur wasn't even in the weight class. Shakur just came to 135 in 2023.
No, but you remember Tank was fighting at 130. Tank went out, then always fight at 135.
Tank fought at 130 one time to fight Leo Santa Cruz and came back to 35.
And Shakur was right there. And everybody was wanting to see this
Coach.
fight.
That's OD. That's OD.
They wanted to see this fight, man.
Coach
Nah,
don't
coach.
like he don't like the
Hold
little
on. Let
fella,
me
dog.
get the timeline out. Hold on, real fast.
No, Shakur was
I know free.
chasing.
Let's
At
work
that
on
time,
this.
Shakur was still chasing Oscar Valdez. He was still chasing
Okay,
Oscar
well,
Valdez.
I say this. Can we agree that this
Yeah.
fight been talked about for at least 5 years? Can we agree with that?
He fought Oscar. No, 5 years is 2021, coach. He
So,
fought Oscar
so when
Valdez
nobody
in
talking about the fight 5
2022.
years ago?
No, they wasn't.
5 years ago? Nah.
I mean, you might
5
Man, I
years ago
think
was
y'all
At
wrong,
Devin.
best,
bro.
four. At
It was
best,
I think
Devin.
4.
y'all wrong,
It
man.
was Devin and Tank. Come on,
Listen.
coach.
I take that back. There might have been some people talking about that, but the vast majority was not talking. They were talking about Devin and Tank. It wasn't Shakur. Shakur wasn't in the mix until he was about to move up to 35. That's when Shakur got in the mix. Shakur wasn't in the mix. It was Devin, Tank, Loma, and Tio. And Ryan was
Has it
mixed in
been?
there a
Can
little
we
bit.
say it's been at least 4 years? Then
Yeah.
can we narrow it down? At
Well,
least 4
it's been
years.
about 4 years. It's been about 4 years.
About
Okay,
4
okay. Well,
years,
I
yeah.
know it's been a long time.
And in that
Yeah,
4
4
years,
years
there was
ago,
attempts to make the fight, but it wasn't ever
Shakur was fighting
come to
Oscar
fruition.
Valdez and Oscar Valdez and Conceição, right? You know, he was occupying 130.
Yeah.
At that time, let me pull up. So that was
Because I
4
know
years
the
ago.
But the
So
circles that
I'm
fight
I
just
is
was running,
bringing
that
it
I
overdue,
back
was
and we
up
running
real
definitely
in.
need to
quick.
see the
We've
fight.
been talking about
But
this fight a long
I'm
time,
trying to
man.
look at some of the
Because
dates.
yeah,
Tank fought
it,
Gamboa in 2019, or I think 2019, or
2019, December 28th, 2019, he fought Gamboa.
yeah,
Tank fought
2019
Gamboa
he
at
fought Gamboa.
135
That was at
WBA.
35. Shakur had just moved up to 30 in 2019. He had just moved up to 30. Tank
yeah,
came back down to
that's
30.
Okay,
disingenuous.
but what about when all them guys was right together
Free
and
went
Devin
on
was at
mute, but
135?
I can't hear you, coach. Hold on, let me.
You said, what about when all those guys
I
what?
mean, all his contemporaries. We gonna call them his contemporaries, the guys that moved on,
Yeah,
the
the
guys that he
contemporaries. I
came up
think he should
with.
fight every single one of them, and I want to be back the next day because then I can't wait for the narrative to change. Because the narrative will change in that moment.
But how's that gonna happen when these guys are fighting it?
But it takes two to
These
make the
guys are
fight, and then it
welterweights.
takes more. The fighters don't make the fights for one. It's the people that are in the suits that make the fights. They dictate whether or not these fights get made. They reached out to have possibly an opportunity to make the fight. It just wasn't something that benefited both parties, so it ain't been made. But hopefully, we do get that fight. I want that fight, and like
Oh,
I said, I
somebody
don't care
Shakur
how.
fight?
Yep, I don't
Yeah, I
care
want that
how.
fight too. I
I
want
don't care
that's a
how
good
big
fight.
Dev get. I want that fight with Tank there too.
Man, Dev Tank ain't
But
gonna go
let me
nowhere
say
near
this
Dev,
though.
man. All the way he gonna go near Dev gonna have to shrink down. He's not going to 147 fighting Devin Haney, man. He will never
They
set
probably
foot in
have to
that
meet
ring
at a
again
happy medium
at
somewhere like 140
147 pounds.
or
It'll never
44 or
happen, man.
something like that. But
Now he'll go
I
fight.
still
He'll
want
go
to see
fight
that.
Jake Paul at heavyweight, but he won't fight Devin Haney at 147.
Do you think Devin Haney can beat Jake Paul? I happen to believe he will mop Jake Paul. I don't think Jake Paul has ever been good. I think
Now,
that when he was in
Devin
there
Haney he'll
getting
beat Jake Paul
sparred, he
absolutely.
realized that he was making a big mistake and he had to pull out that fight. They were going to whoop that butt. Period. Point blank. Jake Paul he ain't no boxer, so
Yeah,
that's no challenge.
and
So
he went
you
and
going
got
up to fight
a
somebody that
life
ain't a boxer,
changing.
that ain't a threat. But that being the case, I don't want him to have no excuse. I want him in that ring with Dev at his best. So the day after, I can come over here and hear how the narrative has changed there too.
It ain't gonna be no narrative. You're gonna be like, dang, Debo Dale putting hands on Tank.
I would never be that way.
That's what it's
Debo
gonna
Dev ain't
be,
putting
man.
no hands on nobody but my
Man,
man
Debo Dale, man. Come on, brother.
Regis
Debo Dale,
Prograis,
man.
and he put hands on my man, what's his name? Yeah, well, he beat him to death, but I don't think he really did him as dirty as he could have done him. But I think he was already dehydrated enough where he shouldn't have been in the ring, bro. I said that. I thought that those last 3 fights he had at 35, the Loma and the 2 Cambosis fights was 3 fights too many at that division. He should have been up at 40 at that time. So I knew we weren't going to get any big time matches at 35 for him because he had already expired his time there. But the one kid, who was the kid that he fought? Damn, it was his best. It's his best fight I thought he ever did, man. He was
Linares.
Nah, the one before Linares. What's the dude name?
Gamboa?
No,
JoJo.
No, not JoJo.
He's talking about
Moran. He styled. Now that's when you say Dev is styling on somebody. Yeah. He styled on Antonio Moran. He did everything that you possibly could do in the ring on Antonio Moran. That's when he was at the peak of his powers. Towards the later end, he was already tapped out. He was too big for the thing. He was just squeezing to get in there so he can maintain those fights. But he was tapped out, bro. Like, I don't want to see him versus Shakur like that. I want to see them at their best.
He was finna put hands on Abdullayev too.
Oh, he did put hands on Abdullayev though.
He did. That fight
we got Devin Haney entertaining the 154-pound division, so I wouldn't hold my breath on the Tank Davis Devin Haney fight. I don't think.
Also, he gonna go up there and fight Boots. He gonna go up there and fight Boots.
He going to fight Boots. Boots gonna put hands on him. Boots gonna put hands on Devin and fight Boots.
He ain't trying to fight Boots. He trying to fight somebody he think he can beat at 54. He ain't going up there to fight at 54.
But either way, Tank Davis and Devin Haney, that fight ain't gonna never happen.
It might not happen, but that's what I expect. That's what I want, and I don't care how big he get.
I think the weight limit, the weight size.
You think the weight don't matter?
Devin too big for Tank.
I think for that fight in particular, the weights don't matter. I think that fight is the biggest fight in boxing. I think it's bigger than Shakur. I think that the Shakur matchup is probably a better matchup, but I think that the Devin matchup is a bigger matchup, if that makes sense. I think that he need to fight Roach. See, I'm not out here trying to make a way for him not to fight. I want to see the fights because I'm a boxing fan. I'm not a boxer fan. I don't fan for none of these boxers.
I mean, but
I'm not capping for none of these boxers.
Though, TL. The ship doesn't sail, man.
It could possibly have sailed.
You know that ship done got a whole lot of weight on it now. It used to be a little tugboat. Now it done turned into a yacht. The ship done sail.
Hey, he used to getting on yachts, dog. He need to get on another one. That's all I got to say.
You know what I'm saying? The brother rehydrating up to what 165, 166 pounds. You know, Tank them ain't gonna allow that, man. You know they're not gonna allow that. They gonna be we got to put that rehydration clause on this guy.
So
you already know that.
That's the thing that they got to get to a place where they can agree to something that's going to benefit both, where he can get a benefit, but he also ain't at a deficit.
I came to the realization that fight with Devin and Tank ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
But you would like to see it though, wouldn't you?
I would love to see it, but it ain't gonna happen.
So
we
probably don't get
it. I'm getting to that point where I don't think Devin and Shakur will ever happen. I'm getting to that point as well.
Yeah, given Shakur's words, I don't think that might happen too. Because you was telling people that he wasn't that big, and now all of a sudden he big, and he need to have a rehydration clause slapped on him. So I don't know if that happens too, because that almost doesn't that language doesn't agree with what your firmer statements was when you first saw him. Oh, you ain't that big. Go ahead.
I believe this is what I believe. Tank is going to wind up fighting these jitterbugs that's underneath him, because all the guys that he grew up with, them dudes have moved on. They in different weight classes now, and there's really no incentive to come back down. So he gonna be fighting the guy with the Dula Masons, the Floyd Schofields. He gonna be fighting these youngies, man.
Honestly, I don't believe he'd be at 35 for too long. If he's coming back to fight, I think he's gonna have to go up. I don't know how far he can go up, but I know he can't be at 35 for too long, man. Because it's only a few fights that you can make there that are really, really intriguing to folks.
It's on the youngins there, man. It's on the youngins there. So
But
you
they
want to
gonna
hang
be
around and
moving
fight the
up.
youngins, or you want to move up with your fellas, man?
But they gonna be moving up. I mean, Abdullah ain't got but so many more fights at 35 before he got to go up. I mean, he maxing out that limit as it is right now. So it's only a matter of time before he go up there. And I think he really want to get at Keyshawn for running his mouth reckless too. On top of that, but I agree. I
Okay.
think that the fight's got to happen north of
I
35.
think
I don't think that they
Keyshawn
can
do
happen.
Abdullah Mason. He'll do Abdullah Mason bad, man. I don't think he ready. I don't think Abdullah ready for him right now. Get hit too much, man. I think
Who do
Keyshawn
you
put him
think
in the church,
Keyshawn
man.
fights next?
Gary Antoine.
That dude big.
Oh,
Keyshawn
I would
big,
love
man.
that.
That dude is big, dog.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think they all are big. I think they all been scaling down. I think that, after a while, I think Abdullah is scaling down. I think he's big. Like, I think he's big. Matter of fact, he's what, 5'11"?
Yeah, Abdullah pretty tall, about 5'10".
5'10", 5. Yeah,
He
so,
I'm gonna
Yeah,
check
you
the
like
rankings
5'9",
real quick.
5'2".
that I think that he only got but like a fight, maybe two. Like one more defense, maybe a unification, and then he's got to go.
So
All of them
Keyshawn
got to get up.
Davis is number 4 in the IBF right now. Of course, Hitchens is kind of tied up. He's not ranked in Gary Antoine's belt, so Jay Prince is not going that route, obviously.
Jay Prince definitely not going to go with no PBC fighter anyway. They don't have a good business relationship.
Okay, cool. So so Keyshawn is not in the WBA. Okay, so that fight is not going to happen. We can strike that. Keyshawn is not in the WBC currently in the top 15. He is in the WBO for Shakur's belt, number 1 for the WBO.
So it becomes, what is Shakur going to do? Is he going to stay at 40? Because it's wreck at 40. There's a lot of good fights.
I'm with you 1,000% here. The thing is he hasn't committed to going to 47, and he already vacated at 135. So hold on, let me see. Oh, they
Well, you
only
talking
have
about
an interim
Shakur?
champion.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
bet.
Shakur. So it's kind of like one of them got to fight Devin. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but so if that means Keyshawn will be moving out of Shakur's way if he can get a fight at 47 or go another route. But
for me, for Devin, I think the fight is the Ryan rematch. That is the fight. That's the fight that will generate the most money and interest. The Shakur fight.
They're gonna pull a quick one on Devin here. I think they're gonna try to do Rolly Ryan and leave Devin out the drop.
I thought Devin was about to get the Rolly fight. I'm not mad at that
I
fight
think that's
neither.
smoke and mirror. I think that's I don't think they're gonna do that fight.
Yeah, they doing a lot of
as a
negotiating
one-off?
in the public, man.
Yeah,
Anytime you
man.
negotiate in the public, it usually don't happen.
Yeah,
Man.
you're right. You're right about that. They are
They
doing
just
too
threw
much
that out
negotiation.
there.
So to me, like,
Mayweather too smart for that.
If Crocker is indeed with Paro and that's been guaranteed, then I think Giasov is the next fight
for Rolly.
For one of them two, whether it's Rolly but probably Rolly. And I think Dev. I don't know who Dev is going to fight. He might. I don't know. There is your boy that nobody wants to fight, Karen Kugadajin. That's a good fight.
He'll probably fight Jack Catterall before
That
Karen.
will be Jack Catterall. I like that fight better
because Jack Catterall's number 1. But I'm gonna say this: if they don't, if Rolly can get the Ryan fight, Floyd and Rolly can get the Ryan fight, I see them doing that because that's still a unification. But I feel like Turkey's gonna have to up the money and go ahead and get the Ryan Devin fight over the line.
That's the fight.
I think that's what it's gonna have to come down to.
That's the
he
fight.
Can't play around because Floyd will pull Ryan in a certain direction if he can, and make the
Rolly
Ryan
will mess
Rolly
around and beat
rematch.
Ryan again. Rolly will mess around and beat him again. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. You was talking about Floyd. You was talking about Floyd making a fight for Rolly?
Yeah.
Rolly and Ryan try to put that fight together.
Oh, nah, the fight is Devin and Ryan. But if they can make that fight, then make the fight, man. I think that they definitely need to run that one back. But
Rolly will mess around and beat Ryan again. Beat him in the rematch.
It's a
He may
possibility.
he may
Shout
have
out
But
to
if he
Ryan
Devin.
takes
He
it
number.
said
serious, it'd be a
he got Rolly
possibility that he
getting
sparks Rolly this
whooped.
time.
Yeah. Talk to him.
Yeah, if he's
Mm.
focused, see the fight with Dev and the
That's what
fight
I'm
with
saying.
Rolly,
That's an interesting fight.
he wasn't in ring shape for me. I think that he just was fortunate in the Devin fight, and in the Rolly fight it caught up with him. The Rolly fight it finally caught up with him, and Silas did a wonderful job with Rolly. I think Rolly has been improving. A lot of people don't want to give him his credit, but he's been improving, and he followed the direction of Silas, and Silas put together a heck of a plan to take away like his go-to thing. So I think that's why you're seeing Ryan work more so on other things. So it just won't be about that one punch, because he's got to start setting that one punch up. You just can't just wing it. And I think that's why you saw, but it wasn't that bad of a fight for Ryan. It just that he just didn't fight like he normally does fight. And Rolly did better than what many people did think, especially coming off that pit bull fight. But I think not having Bullet in his camp has helped his career too. But I think in a rematch, if Ryan is right, I think Ryan wins that fight.
But that's weird because I'm not used to seeing guys lose a fight and then the guy that took the loss not actively pursuing that rematch, which
No,
speaks
you're
volumes.
absolutely correct.
Like when Devin Haney thought he quote unquote lost to Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney wanted to run it right back immediate. You wanted an immediate rematch. It wasn't I need to go back to the lab. I need to take a couple tune-up fights. No, I want that fight next. These dudes now, they lose or the rematch and they walk away from it, or they get a draw or whatever the case may be, and they don't want to run it back. I don't understand why not. I feel like you should clean up stuff like that if you got an opportunity to run it back. I think you need to run it back.
I think it's the money aspect. These guys nowadays are so caught up in the money because there's so much money for them to be able to make out there. Like back in the day, you really had to fight in order to get the payday that you was looking for. Nowadays, you ain't gotta really fight anybody. It's just if they got a big fan base or they got a decent sized fan base, they're gonna put a lot of money up to see that fight.
Hold
So
on, Free. We're not gonna do that because I fell off, Coach. I'm not gonna let you do that. Tank signed to fight the rematch with Lamont Roach, so that fight was agreed to happen. But of course, he couldn't make that date, and then
He loved the
went and
ladies.
pivoted to the Jake Paul fight, right? Because they wanted to kind of get that payday under the belt, and of course, because he couldn't make that, so.
I didn't say no
Now I
names.
will
I didn't say
say
no names.
if we want to talk about the pit bull, I know you ain't say no names, but come on, man, we got to keep it 1,000. Uh, now he did say in the ring, he said "F no the pit bull rematch." now, that after a tough fight, but he had his hand injury, so he was like, but he also came out and just said that that's gonna be his next fight. So we can't behold him to that. This guy's a real guy. He's gonna fight. Tank is always gonna
Tank
fight. It is
wasn't
what
the
it
one.
is.
9-3 with
He
a
wasn't
war.
the one that was supposed to call for the Pitbull rematch. Pitbull was supposed to call for the rematch. Tank won.
9-3,
Tank
yeah,
won the
9-3
rematch.
with a messed up hand, bro. Come on, that wasn't no tough fight.
But
It
that
wasn't
fight don't want no rematch. It wasn't close. It wasn't no draw. He didn't lose. I'm somebody. If you draw with somebody or you lost, I feel like you should rematch that guy if you the guy you say you was and you lost to the guy. Or if it was a close fight, Mayweather. If it was a close fight, people thought it went the other way. He ran it back. Maybe it was for the fans. Maybe it was for him. You know what? I didn't do a good job with this guy. Let me go back and clean. Let me go back and put my best foot forward and show myself and the fans that I am this guy.
I think
Because a lot of times you run it back just for yourself. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
no
Like
doubt, no
it's
doubt.
personal.
You absolutely correct. I think that with Mayweather too, man. I think the dynamic was such that so many people wanted to see him lose, so they gonna go if they thought he could lose, they was gonna buy it. So I think that Tank is fast approaching that level where people want to see him lose. So hopefully we do get those fights because that's the way you increase the value of boxing, and that's why we steer it away from all the stuff that has taken place since we ain't been getting these fights, and since he ain't really been in the ring. It's been a lot
But
of
let's
TikTok
talk about the
promotions.
inactivity though. The inactivity. How you think that's gonna play?
I think that with the inactivity. Hey, yo, if you're the man, and he is the man, right? He say he the man, then you're gonna come back and you're gonna take a fight that to most people wouldn't be what you call those type fights,
Like a tune-up.
tune-up fight, not a tune-up fight, but on your standard, it is a tune-up fight. So I would love to see like the Roach rematch coming back, and then go into the other fights that they possibly could make that quote unquote are a little bit where people got more respect for the opponent. But I don't know if tune-up is what's necessary. I do know he's been out of the ring for a long time, so I don't know who this fight, if he comes back, who it will be. But I think that once that fight is made, then it's time to get to making the other fights so that we can start making the fights amongst them, because that's where most of the chatter is. I think there's some people above them that should be making fights as well, too. I think that there's some divisions that they should be making fights and they're not. But we need to get to the point where we're starting to see these fights being made, man. And these people that are in the suits got to start figuring out ways where they can play nice with one another, that they all can get their palms greased so we can get these fights made. That's just the way I see it.
They're gonna grease some palms to get these fights respectfully.
How old is Tank now? 31.
Yeah, he 31.
So now this is to me this is a tricky age group, from the ages of 31 to 37, 38. Let's just say that. Some guys, when they get 32, 33, they're done, or they on their way. They're on their tail end. They're old 31. I don't think that's the case with Tank, because he didn't take a lot of punishment. And there's some guys like Bernard, Chance Crawford, Usyk. These guys are looking phenomenal, on the tail end of their career. They seem like they're just getting better. You know what I mean? So I think when you got guys that fight with that quick twitch and reflex type fighters, it's a tricky area right there where you can start to fade a little bit and not even know it. So that's what I'm saying. It's going to be interesting to see Tank get back in the ring, because he's been away for so long.
You can see with that mental fatigue on Tank too, and Tank has talked about how long he has been boxing.
And yeah, he's coming off a knee injury, and it's like us asking him, like, the fan is demanding a lot out of this guy. This dude is physically in stature, he is a small man. This dude is little, and they like, why y'all keep asking me to go fight these big dudes? Devin Haney if he fight Devin Haney, which I don't think gonna happen, just for hypothetical, man, Devin he had 20 pounds on this guy when they fight in the ring, man.
Yeah,
It's really gonna be like a David and Goliath situation. They big dude. Like even with Barrios, he was big when he fought Tank. They shrunk Ryan down because they know he was gonna show up and be big as crap the next day.
No, but if he would have been 35, he could have blown up to whatever he wanted to. He wanted to go over 35. He
shouldn't have made the fight. De La Hoya told him don't do it. He went against the promoter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
That's what you get. He should have never signed the contract.
It turned out to be a pretty big deal for boxing. So they just need to make more fights like that, man. They need to find a way to get these fights done. And these promoters need to find a way to work with one another so that they can get the fight done. I mean, there's got to be a way where, both can get a lot out of the fight. And I mean, when you factor in, like, because Mayweather is the standard when it comes to making pay-per-view. If it's going to be a pay-per-view, then you got to build the intrigue, and then you got to have people wanting to see him win, wanting to see him lose, and then the other people just wanting to be around because it's the place to be. I think that they're building that. I think that that's why these fights that they're making with him outside the ring, they have to be huge. They got to be big. So Dev got to make fights that's going to be captivating. Ryan got to make fights that's going to be captivating. Shakur got to make fights that's going to be captivating. Whoever else is in the play, if it's Keyshawn, Abdullah Mason, they got to start making these fights so they can build the intrigue, so that they can see, hey, yo, this is somebody I want to see. I want to be there. And then on top of that, I think this person going to get him.
But see, it's a downside to that also. The flip side of that is every fight has to be big. Well, every fight can't be big, so therefore we wind up getting nothing at all, because these guys are not willing to fight an unknown guy, or not willing to fight a mandatory because nobody knows him. And when you got two named fighters, both of them gonna swear up and down they the A side. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Yeah, that's what's happening right now.
That's what's happening, and I honestly, for me, I think that has been part of slow playing fights. I don't think that the A side, especially in the situations now, you got a person that quote unquote gets rid of the A side. Why can't we get the fight? If Turkey is the
Right.
bag and he's the one that's putting on the biggest and best fights, which we've only gotten two, then why are they over there arguing about A side, B side? You're both about to get paid. You're both about to go in there and fight in front of millions of folks. Why can't we make that fight? Why is it that talk? So, like I said, it's bigger than that, and it's beyond them. It's these people that put the fight on. We got somebody that's there to put the fight on. That's part of that scheduled contract that they had, right? One of those fights had to be Ryan and Dev. Well, that fight is still available. They both got belts. It can be bigger now than it ever was. Why not? Let's make the fight. Why do we got to go through the excess thing? The pad issue and all that stuff. It don't make sense to me.
It's a lot of posturing though. A lot of posturing because I believe it or not, man, these fighters, man, they listen to these platforms, man. And these promoters and and the people that we swear them down as big guys, high and mighty. These guys listen to you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? They listen to what the people say. They got their ear to the street. You know what I mean?
That's why I say instead of us tearing these fighters down, we should be pushing for these fights and building these fighters up. That's how if that's the case, then that's what our movement should be. I mean, me for myself, like, I don't understand. Devin ain't never done nothing to me. I'm not going to tear him down. His dad, he do be doing some wild stuff, but that ain't Devin. So I ain't going to hold that to Dev. On top of that, Devin got to do what he got to do to get in that ring. And he does that to a great level and ability. I respect that about him. He's very professional in his approach to the sport. So, I'm not going to tear him down. Same thing with Shakur. Shakur do and say some wild stuff at times. But, this is part of the boxing. They've been doing that for long. It's just now it's up front because of this tool that we had, this apparatus we call the internet. You can see it right now as it's happening. You just got to make sure we get the fight. So we got to push these people towards that instead of pulling them away from it, man. And I think that you're right. We do hold a responsibility in that cog as well too, because they only gonna cater to what the voice of the people is, because that's where the money gonna come from. So we do got to do better in that regard, man. I just want to see the fights though. That's all I truly ever wanted to do.
Right.
I come from an era where they fought.
Salute, bro.
But like I say, it has to be balanced also. Like I say, every fight, there's only so many quote unquote elite superstar boxers out there. Every single time you get in the ring, you can't be fighting the best of the best on paper or the best on best because the people think, by consensus, this is the best fighter. You're going to have some in-between fights. And these guys, to me, they seem like they're not willing to have these in-between fights. They want every fight to be a blockbuster. They want every fight to be the upper echelon. And that's when these fights don't happen. That's why you see a lot of inactivity with these guys, because they're waiting on the biggest bag. They're waiting on the best opponent instead of just staying busy and staying active, keeping your name out there, keeping your face on the tube. Because once you disappear, people they'll forget about you. I promise this sport moves very quickly, man. And if you're not active, man, they're just like, man, who cares, man? Tank's a big star, but he's not bigger than boxing. He ain't fought in a long time. A lot of people ain't checking for him no more. You know what I mean? His hardcore fans are there, but this sport is so fluid. There's so many young stars. There's so many up and coming. And not only that, we've been getting so many good fights on the same card. It really changed the dynamic. Like, it used to be you get one good fight and the rest of them were trash. Now we getting back. You can sit there and watch the whole card and be entertained. Good fight after good fight after good fight after good fight. And these main events, these upper echelon fighters, when they do fight, they got to deliver. Because you are the closing act. You're the one supposed to close the show. The opening act can't be better than the main event. You got to put on. Otherwise, it's gonna hurt the sport.
Hey, and shout out to my brother Prize pulling up. Prize Fighter, salute, bro. We definitely growing. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. We have 7 memberships active right now. God is great. We definitely building. I definitely appreciate all the love and support. We just got to keep growing, taking it one day at a time. This is grassroots. I want your anniversary to be April 15th. Um, having the channel going, and I appreciate everybody that always pull up and show us love and support. Coach Eddie T here. We definitely working today. Hey, and Bentley, appreciate everybody in the building. Y'all tap the like button for us. Help us continue to grow. Now, T Hill, do you feel? Are you like? Where are you at with this whole Golden Boy lawsuit with with Virgil and Boots not fighting not happening based on the arbitration now? Uh, do you kind of see it as a situation where Golden Boy didn't want the Boots fight? And what fight do you want for Boots next?
The fight for Boots next, I think, is Virgil because of all the theatrics. I think that the man went to the ring to show his interest in making the fight. They called him in the ring to show their interest in making a fight. It then spun out of control about who disrespected whom, and then it segued into the dream fight with Spence. Then it tailspinned out of control towards a lawsuit that came in effect because I didn't have 3 names to select other than Boots. Your issue had always been that you were calling Boots out and you wanted to fight because that was the biggest fight. You're getting negotiated to make the fight. Hell, a company lost a contract because you didn't want to make the dang fight. So why are you having a lawsuit? Why are you suing for the opportunity to have Boots as one of the people that you can have to fight? If that's the fight, the company is telling you that this is the only fight we are going to pay you guys and give you a contract for, and he's willing to make the fight. Why aren't you making a fight? To me, it seems like it's an organized coup to try to show themselves trying to press for the fight, but press away from the fight myself. And I think that, in this regard, there's another person that's doing this with Conor Ben. I think that has also been organized to try to look a certain way so that they can move a certain way. I don't think they really want that dang Boots fight. I don't think so, because it's not hard to make it. So I hope that,
Yeah, I'm with you.
isn't the Golden Boy production moniker through Matt's room too as well? Don't they use Match or DAZN? I mean, DAZN.
DAZN, yes.
So
DAZN wants
they're
this fight.
saying this is the fight we want. This is the fight we're going to pay for. Why is it so difficult to make the fight? Why did he have to be one of 3 names on the list? Why can't he be the name on the list? If that's the fight you wanted.
They want 60-40 on the money.
See, and that's another thing, man. Like that was my problem with the Norman thing. Like Norman never done nothing to deserve so much more money than he was gonna be given in the proposition, the thing that was proposed for them. But yet and still, they try to make it about that, and then they try to make it about venue. Your dad is on here screaming that you're gonna knock this dude out. So it don't matter what venue you go on. The end result is gonna be a knockout. So why should it matter? Why should it be acceptable here and there? And they're doing the same thing. Like, it doesn't make no sense why the money is. You haven't sold anything out. You haven't led but one thing. This man has done multiple things. He has been a feature on a couple of pay-per-views. So you trying to dictate the terms mean you're trying to dictate out of the fight because you haven't had the leverage. Your body of work, the numbers, haven't situated yourself as the A side, so to speak. And again, if you want to avoid A sides and you just want specific bread, why not try to involve the man that they said was saving boxing? That was going to be willing to spend anything on the fight. They can collaborate with DAZN and they can make the fight happen. So to me, it looks like they're not trying to make the fight. To me, they will be fighting somebody else other than Boots. I don't think Boots gets that fight until he looks vulnerable.
That fight got too expensive for Turkey because Turkey had made the fight.
Spare no expense, Turkey.
It looks like they took over because remember Bud couldn't even negotiate with Turkey.
Uh,
So they're making Turkey take a step away from the negotiations, obviously, from the fighters, because Turkey probably will give in.
well, I mean,
And so we'll see,
I
man.
think if they do
I
do
think
the fight,
Turkey may have to save this fight, T Hill, to your point. He may have to step in.
they might need somebody to just assist so that way that man
Yeah.
can get paid. Because ultimately, man, I think that with Boots, I think whenever somebody wants more money than what they've commanded through theirs, it's like when they go through sales, like they want to charge for some Chucks, they want to charge them Jordan prices. Well, do the numbers match what Jordan's numbers are matching? Because if they don't, then they're not going to pitch that to the thing successfully. They're going to be like, nah, dog, you tripping. Look at what Jordan's doing. Look what you doing. How are we going to give you the money that we're giving Jordan when Jordan's shoes is doing this? Like they're having drop exclusives and people are taking off of school and out of work to just go get some. They ain't doing that for you. So how are we going to pay you that? And I think that that's what they got to understand. You can't do that when you're not commanding that type of demand. It's about supply and demand. They're going to supply you the bread as much as that demand is there. And when it's not there, then they can't create something out of nothing. So with that, there's going to have to be somebody that's going to help assist. Hopefully they do, because, otherwise I don't see that fight happening. Because I think that ultimately they're looking for severance pay in case it goes really, really bad. And then people don't really, really want to follow them and they can't make the money no more that they normally were accustomed to making. And I think that's ultimately what stops fights more so than anything else. How will I look? Because everything is a meme now.
Yeah,
Everything
facts,
is.
man.
I'm with you on that.
I,
I was
I
just thinking
think
about
Virgil.
B. Norman Jr., coach. I want you to cook on that because it's going to be interesting to see who Norman Jr. gets in his comeback fight.
Oh yeah,
I
they
mean,
they gonna look out for him.
I mean, he just came off reportedly upwards of a $3 million payday.
Yeah. I think with Norman, like I say, he knows he's not in a position that demand those 10, $12 million and like that. I think he just willing to just want to come back and show the people. He got a new training crew. He with Derek James. I seen him training with Ronnie Shields. You know what I'm saying? So he just want to show the people, hey, I'm back. I'm looking better. I'm making improvements. And that's, a lot of times that's the reason why these guys do go out there and get these. I ain't gonna call them celebrity trainers, but trainers that are more well known, that have the accolades, behind their name and stuff like that. Is to boost the fighter's profile, give them something to talk about and say, hey, is Brian Norman gonna look any better? Is he gonna make the adjustments? Because to be honest, 100%, he didn't look bad against Devin Haney. He just lost. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? He competed. He was competitive. He was in a competitive loss. So he got some stuff that he can take from that and make some adjustments. And I think he'll bounce back. And I think hopefully he'll get another opportunity, another crack at one of those belts. Because I still think he's a valuable player in the game. He matches up well against Ryan. He matches up well against Broly. He matches up well. Barrios no longer a champion, but he matched up well against Barrios. So he's still a valuable player in this game, and he's making the necessary steps. And he got top rank behind him, so I think they're gonna bring him back. And I think sky's the limit. He's a young kid, man. He'll bounce back. But like what T Hill was just
Hey,
saying about
coach,
yeah.
I'm 1000% with you. And Barrios versus Norman Jr. in Atlanta.
Yeah, but I
That's a
think
good
I
fight.
think Barrios a little used up, man. Barrios, he's a young guy, but he's a high mileage car, man. If that
That's a
makes
good
sense,
fight for
man.
Norman Jr.
Yeah, he got a lot of miles on him. Barrios does, man.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
And I like how shout out to manager Adrian Clark and Jolene Mazone and B Norman too. Shout out to the Norman team. I've been seeing Norman moving around with Derek James and with Ronnie Shields. So I don't know if he's settled in on a head trainer for his next bout, but it's good as it's good to see what he's doing, and he's putting in the work. So well, we don't want, because here's the thing, when we talking about a money fight, Norman Jr. just fought Devin Haney. So he's in a situation where he fought on the ring card, got knocked out of the year. Uh, like Coach said, it was a good fight. Um, Norman Jr., he fought hard. He just lost to a better man, one of the guys on the pound for pound list. Now, let's see what Tiafimo can do with a Brian Norman Jr. Let's see what moving up to 147, right? Or let's see, two former champions in Norman Jr. versus Barrios. I like both of those fights.
Yeah, I can feel you on that. It's a good fight. But like I say, I
Hold on,
think
hold on.
Barrios,
Who
man.
you like for Norman Jr.? It sounds like you want to go a different direction.
Yeah, I do, man. Because I don't like the Barrios fight, man. Because it's going, the narrative and the optic, and the pro Devin Haney channel. Shout out to them, ain't got it against them, but they gonna say, well, you picking a weak guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you already Ryan Garcia already done beat the man up. Why you trying to fight him? This gonna be looked at as a soft touch. I ain't saying you got to come
I ain't
back
gonna. I'm gonna say
and
this.
fight
Hold on.
no
Let me just say this,
killer or nothing
Coach.
like that.
I'm a
Yeah.
pro. This a pro Devin Haney channel,
No,
and
no, no, no,
I'm
no.
gonna
You
say
ain't you
this. Hold
ain't
on,
you
hold
ain't
on.
pro
Let me just
Devin
say.
Haney like some of these
I
guys
know.
is.
I know what you're saying. I know exactly
Yeah.
what you're saying. But all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say is that Barrios. It's no way you can hold on, man. Brian Norman Jr. Respectfully, Devin Haney is by far the best competition he's fought, right?
I think you fight
So only reason,
Stanionis,
so
man.
all
I
I'm gonna
like that
say
fight
is
better, bro. I like
Stanionis,
Stanionis
former
better, man.
champion. I'm like whatever you putting. I'm
Yeah.
liking all those fights, Coach. I'm with you, but all I'm saying is you cannot. Nobody can poo Barrios at all until somebody puts him down. I mean, at least you got to get him because Barrios still young in the sport, respectfully,
Yeah, but
and he's.
he's an old 30 though, man. You know what I mean? You remember I was talking
But
about
hold
old
on, hold on,
30?
Coach. Hold on, Coach. Now the way Ryan he fought a hell of a fight, Barrios. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. So I don't look at him as like a diminished fighter. Hold on, let me bring in Ja, man, because I can go on and on about this, Coach. Ja, talk to me, bro. Good to see you. Member of the channel, man. Appreciate all the support, bro. Hey, what you coming to cook on? If not, man, talk about this Barrios Norman Jr. Is that a fight that you want to see for Norman Jr.? Uh how you
Yeah,
what you
I
want?
would love to see that fight. Like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't I want to see Brian Norman versus Barrios? Like, what else I'm going to look at? It's a boxing match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would love to see that. I think Brian could possibly stop him. That'd be a great fight for him come back. Because Barrios not going to get stopped easily. So it'll probably be like a little war stoppage, maybe. He could catch him like he caught Asian, yo. But like, I feel like everything playing out how it's supposed to, because everybody that Tank fought when they was the most dangerous, now they been talked about the most in boxing. Then he gonna wind up fighting everybody at their most dangerous time that like at they peak. Cause Devin moved up in weight and Shakur moving up. So about time Tank fight them, that's gonna be the best version of them. That's all I really wanted to say.
Yeah, I think everybody and we was talking about Tank a little bit earlier. Majority of the people feel like it's too then those fights not gonna happen. Now the 140, anybody that stay around 140, I think that's a potential match. I just feel like the Devin fight at 147, maybe Tank don't like that. Or the Ryan at 147, maybe it's like y'all guys is yeah, they kind of getting up there respectfully because Tank already 5'5", you
I
know?
mean, I never thought that a lot of stuff had happened in boxing, you know what I'm saying? But like I never thought we'd have Floyd versus Pacquiao for the second
Mm,
time. I don't even know how old they is. Like
Yo,
yeah,
it's ill that we
that's a
getting
great
that
point.
fight job before we get any of the fights of these contemporaries. That was the next four kings, man. Well, I'll take that back. We have had a couple of them.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
Tank
how
made
that
him,
play
and
out for
Ryan and
plot
Tank made
line?
him happen. Devin.
How that play out for plot line though? Cause Floyd and Pacquiao trying to do that Rocky movie when Rocky him and some who he was that was Arnold Schwarzenegger and they kept having
Hmm.
rematches or whatever. Like, but Do we want to get that out of the way first? Like get Floyd and Pacquiao out of the way, and then we get to the other big current fights, or do you want the
Nah,
big current fights
no,
now and then do Pacquiao versus
no.
Floyd?
I'm gonna tell you this, Ja. You can't even worry about that. You got to still do other business because that's like if Floyd is gonna fight, his fight is always gonna be bigger than yours. So you gonna have to. So you better get the most
No, that's
guaranteed
a
money that
fact,
you
though.
can
That's a
get.
fact.
You can't, and you hopefully you put your fight before his so you can get your money. Because if you put it after his or anywhere close, your numbers might not do what they're supposed to do. So Floyd coming back and taking a pay-per-view date or a Netflix date or coming back and taking over Mexican Independence Day weekend, if they do the fight in Vegas, that's stirring the pot. Like that's really now Canelo got to, everybody got to kind of adjust things respectfully. Their business model adjusts because Mayweather take over.
See, that's why I wanted to say something about too. Like everybody want to use Floyd Mayweather blueprint, but they don't do it right. Like I think Devin doing good, but he got to perform. His performances got to be. I don't know. I don't know with Devin. His balance with boxing is like something missing when it comes to taking over completely. And then Shakur be bluffing when it come to the action. And then he don't fight that much, like as Floyd compared to Floyd. So I just think that's their fault. Like that Floyd could even come back and take over a date over you. Like you got so many opportunities to make so many different moves. And then like somebody like Boots, I could see why he not fighting that much. Cause he probably getting money and he don't even have to take fights. But like I would rather see him just for the sport be fighting a lot more and just getting paydays and not getting hurt just to see you. Like, cause it's starting to get repetitive just talking about who ducking or it just sound like the fans we impatient. We want to see the fights and ain't nothing else to talk about but drama or how much money somebody got at that point. But I want to really break down fights. Like I want to see these fights happen, and I want to
I'm let me
break them
let me let
down.
me let me let me get you in. I see you coming in, coach. Let me get you in. I just want to say what's up to Vay. Appreciate you, Vacay. Bay, make sure y'all tap in with Vacay Bay. She do a great job on her live stream as well. And AC, what's happening? Supporter of the show. Listen, we growing. Cook on that, coach. And I got some fights I want y'all to break down on Tank. But go ahead, cook, coach.
Nah, I agree with that, man. You know, we do need to get the big fights, but at the same time, when we do get the big fights, they got to deliver, man. You know what I'm saying? When you get two big names in the ring, we got to deliver. Now, as far as Shakur and T.O., I'm gonna use that as an example. That's not Shakur's fault that he cooked T.O. like he did. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, he did a master class. He beat the dude, what, 11-1, 12-0. And that fight didn't live up
Yeah.
to the billing. You know what I mean? Even though it wasn't a fight that we asked for, that we really wanted, it was still a decent fight. So it's like these guys, man, and I think what it is the inactivity, man, that these guys have so much time in between fighting. When they do get a big fight, sometimes we don't get the best version of fighter A or fighter B. If you stay inactive, you're going to be sharp. You know what I'm saying? Your punch resistance is going to be there. Your reflexes is going to be there, and you're going to get a good fight. Like you can take the Tanner Crawford, Errol Spence fight. Man, that fight was hype, man. You know, everybody was hyped for the fight, man. And it was a one side beatdown. I can't even watch that fight today. Not that I'm a Terrence Crawford big fan or Errol Spence fan. It was just a point that I wanted something from my generation so I can point to and show my grandkids, hey, come look at this fight with me. I want to show you something. I don't want to have to go back to 1980 to what my grandkids say, look at this legendary fight. I wanted that to be the fight. I didn't really I like both guys, so I was like, may the best man win, but I wanted it to be a good fight. I didn't want it to be a one-side massacre. So that's what I'm saying. When these guys do get in the ring, they got to bring the A game. You know, you got to put on because all eyes are on you. You representing the sport, and that's why this Zuffa thing is going to be a lot bigger than a lot of people think. Because these guys is really, to fight for something, and they seem like they're gonna get rewarded by climbing the ranks. So a lot of times when we reward guys, with these big paydays and they don't perform, it's like what's the incentive to perform? I'm gonna get paid anyway. So I'm gonna play it safe, like John was saying. I'm gonna play it safe, ain't try not to get hurt and just collect my check. And I understand that from the boxer standpoint because hey, you got to protect yourself, so you got to have a balance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like what you said about inactivity because it'd be more about that for me than their performance. I think they do a great job every time, honestly. Because from my standpoint, I'm looking at it as a fighter. So like just going out there, I could tell like they're doing a great job every time. It's just like I could see why people complain about certain performances. But it's just more about like, yo, that was like 2 times for the whole year that that's what you did twice. I ain't see nothing else from you like as a fighter. Like and Floyd is like the blueprint now. Like just face it, like I seen him do so much stuff in the ring before he was only fighting like once or twice a year. That's why I like Abdullah. Cause he doing it on purpose. He don't have to do that. He could do like Shakur and them do too.
Who you want to see Abdullah fight next?
It don't matter for me. I just want him to be active. I can't think of nobody specific. I want to see him
You like
fight
the Raymond
somebody.
fight?
Who? No,
Raymond Mortai?
no. I feel like that's like. I mean, what he got a belt or something?
Yeah, he the IBF champ.
That'd be the only reason that I choose that fight for Abdullah. I want to see him fight somebody with more experience now,
Like
like
O'Shaquie
somebody that
Foster?
we no, no. Yeah, but no. Shocky Little. I want to see him fight somebody bigger than that with experience, like
Mm.
Lamont or somebody. Like that'd be a nice
Mine at
fight.
135.
I
What
want
up?
to see Shocky actually fight somebody else at 135 before, honestly, unless it's Shakur.
They
Like,
talking about the Ray 4 versus O'Shaquie right now, 130.
yeah, see, they talking about a fight at 130. Like, oh, Shocky got the skill though, but like, I want to see how he transition to 135. He ain't fought nobody close to 135 to me yet.
Yeah, he dropped that belt. So I see what you're saying.
But I would see him
Because he
fight
would have been
Shakur.
elevated to full champion right now. He'd have been full champion 135 if he kept that belt.
But we not keeping it real about him and Shakur. Shakur probably that's probably not a fight we really want. That's just that just talk like trash talk. Cause Shotty he's small like a smaller version of Shakur. That's how that's going to end up. Shakur just going to be big. They're going to cancel each other out with skill.
Yeah, I see. I think the Ray 4 fight for O'Shaquie makes sense.
Yeah, that's a great fight. Could that really show? Cause Ray is not somebody. Oh, Shotty could like. He gonna have to try his hardest to keep Ray honest.
Right.
So Ray like he looked like a 135 or at 130. So Shotty looked like a 130. That looked like where he should stay at.
And that's a great fight. And that fight's gonna look good in the ring too. And it's gonna look better than a lot of these pay-per-view fights that we've been getting, or these $20 million man fights that we be getting. Because them guys gonna come and they gonna put on because they trying to climb that ladder. They want to get to
I
that
mean,
upper
the
echelon.
sad part about the big fight, big money fight is like somebody like me, I pay like 70, 60, 70, $80 for a fight or maybe less than that. Like it just like what's the problem? Like I don't care how much money they made in a fight. It's all under the umbrella like it's a fight. It's a boxing match. Like, if they got
Man,
me to
I'm gonna
pay
be
for
honest.
it, then they just got me to pay for it.
I'm gonna be honest, man. We got a chance to make fights, big fights. Like in a way, my man Carrier was down there singing his praises. We got the Nakatani fight. I'm pretty sure people will want to see that fight, man, because before the last fight, people was big and high on that fight, and I thought that the
That's
opponent, the
locked
best
into
part,
here for May 5th. My apologies, but that's
So
locked
so
in,
yeah,
King.
no. So that's what we need to get, and we need to get people like that making fights. So we need to see Tank back in the ring, and we need to see him back in the ring with quote unquote the people he has to justify himself against. Because those people don't need to justify themselves; they've already been justified. So we just need to see Tank justify himself against them, and then we need those fights so we can get that, and it will bring people to the office. I think we should see Canelo versus Benavidez if Benavidez is still hovering around that area where he can make the fight. Um, I think we need to see Alpatai versus Benavidez. That's a big fight. I think we need to see who else? Who's big right now that's buzzing? I think we need to see the
Uh,
Ryan Dare fight. I think we need to see
yeah. Oshaki Ray
Shakur
Ford.
or Shaki Ray Ford. I would be down with that too.
And we see Floyd Schofield and Abdullah Mason fight. Let them two
I
young
don't
niggas.
think we'll
Now,
ever see that fight.
yeah, now
I
that's
don't
a
think we'll
fight.
ever see that fight. But that's a fight we should see. Especially since they run in their mouth. I mean, I just happen to know that somebody there that was at the sparring said that your boy didn't want to go back in the ring after the first round, and then they showed a video of the first round where he was supposed to be getting work put on him, and it didn't look the way that they said. So, second time we've had a video surface showing us that work wasn't what people said. We just need to see it in the ring, man, because bottom line, when them lights come on, it's a whole different game plan.
Honestly, it's not that many people I want to see Shakur face. It's like a handful of people. Uh, I want to see Devin fight anybody though. Like he keep fighting for for his whole career. Like I want to keep seeing him fight different opponents. And Tank, I want to see him versus everybody. Uh, I don't really care about Canelo versus Benavidez no more. But I would love to see Canelo fight. Like all of them that's campaigning at 154 though.
Let me y'all can hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Let me ask you this, y'all. Let me bring you in on the show topic for today, or really just kind of wanted to pivot to this whole Devin versus Rolly situation. Potentially a PBC pay-per-view is on the line for Devin May 30th, unification with Rolly. Uh who do you got winning that fight, man? Talk to me.
Uh, I have Devin winning it. And aircraft, I ain't saying at 154. I'm saying them fighters from 154 though. But I got Devin winning it. Probably easier, like not easier, but easy though. Cause Tank slept Rolly. But I got Devin school like kind of like not like Tio and Shakur, but more action packed than that. But the way Rolly fight is like tailor made for Devin, cause he kind of off a little bit, and Devin ain't gonna be with none of that. Like he just gonna box the hell out of him, and he gonna be catching them with some good ones, cause Rolly he like that's how he is. Like so he gonna get it. He probably gonna be eating them. Shit, he fucking around drop Rolly.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I think we still get some good odds on that fight. Um Now, hey, shout out to Vay, man. Appreciate everybody in the building. We hey, we definitely working. We like 3 hours in. We cooking with grease, right? Now, a Boots Majimov fight or Ja, talk to me like now that unfortunately looks like Boots and Verge is gonna be postponed and not gonna be able to make a May or June date. It may not happen at all in 2026. Uh would you like a Majimov fight for Boots? Are you surprised that we're not gonna get the Virgil Boots?
No, I'm not surprised because nobody else to really build up a fight for right now. Like they should be trying to build up a big fight with Fondora, or even like they all should be trying to build these fights. Keith Thurman still in it. Like they geeking with that. Only one doing it for real is Charlo. Like he
But
really
that
trying to
Fedora duck, man.
promote their division. Like But I love to see Boots fight anybody. I feel like we all just want to see him, or like if Charlo was to come back at the king of that division, and whoever nice just to say like, all right, can you beat Boots? But he ain't even getting no fight. Like I just want to see him fight. Like I don't give a damn who he fighting. He should fight like 3 times for real, like twice back to back. Nobody's and one like at least a fairly good name.
What's
But
your
yeah,
thoughts on the Charlo Boots?
I love that fight. Like somebody like Charlo, it don't matter if he got a layoff, and Boots kind of got a little layoff too. And then Boots, even when he active, it's like he on a layoff, like cause the way he has to fight, like. But like Charlo, who we just seen came off, who that was Gary.
Yeah,
Gary
Gary,
came off a
Mr.
layoff
Gary Russell.
and stopped somebody. Charlo, undisputed still to me at 154. He's never like Tony Harrison beat him, but then he lost, and he lost convincingly, and then he wasn't really serious about it. But like Charlo the man at 154, these niggas try to skip him. Like none of them, none of them nice as Charlo as a 154 pounder. They've done nothing, and they really don't even want to fight him. Like that's soft. Like they don't even want to fight Charlo. Like why wouldn't you? You know? He was undisputed at what fit. Like they don't even want to do. They lazy because like all you gotta do is just give the people the information who you beat if they don't know who he is. Because currently he not like trending.
Okay, but the thing with the Charlo fight, he been so inactive. Let's say they do call his bluff. Then the first thing Charlo gonna be like, well, let me get a tune up. Then now we
Good
back to
man. What
now
else
we
you
back
want to do?
now
You
we
get a
back to
tune up
square
at the
one.
same time on the same card. Then you get
You
two
know,
paydays. And he get
you
a
know what I'm
tune up,
saying?
you get a tune up. Then y'all fight on the same card, and then you get another card where y'all fight
And then
each other. What?
and then
I
Fondor
don't.
Fondor trying to put rehydration clauses on people. He trying to put rehydration clause on Xander, so they shut it down. That's why they shut that fight down. How you gonna
Say
be
that
Let
again,
him,
6'6"
coach.
let him.
and you
I
trying to
mean,
put a rehydration clause on somebody, man? That's crazy.
Oh
On
wow.
Xander, cause he young, I understand them. But anybody else, let him do it. What? He can't even fight for real. He tall. Like he could fight, but he can't fight according
Yeah, but
to
like I
who
said, but
he is.
Fondor was
Like
trying to
he
put a
tall. Like
rehydration clause on Xander.
man,
At
go
54, are we
ahead.
still
Who he?
saying Madrimov is the best player? I mean, fighter in that division? Are we still saying that, or are we done with
I
Oh
that?
don't
no,
believe
hey,
it.
cut it out, T here.
Why not though? Why not?
Huh?
Man,
Who else
Madrimov
is?
They
got
was trying to
pieced up
build
by
that fight
Virgil,
up, man.
man.
That was crazy.
Virgil put hands on Madrimov, man.
Yeah,
Why
but
he's not the best at 154 job?
yeah, cause he lost to Virgil.
He lost to
Cause
Bud
That lost
who
to
the
more than
best
his
though? Is it
Virgil.
Fon?
He
Is
don't
it
have
Fondor?
the
Because
number one at
Fondor
154
he
right now. The
beat
number one is
Temzir,
Zayas, the
man.
unified champ.
Okay, all right, I like that.
Yeah,
Xander could be number one at 154. That's easy.
yeah, for
But
sure.
Fondor, no, man. He lumped Lubin up cause that's what just happened. And he beat Tim Zhu, which is like just a different version, like a Lubin.
Mhm.
He like the Russian Lubin, like he got his head split. And that's all Fondor did. And now like and he tall, cause he tall, that's 50% of his height, and the other 50 he beat Lubin and Tim Zhu. But
Shout out
Lubin
to all our
nice, but
Australian viewers.
Lubin his IQ not that high. Like he not consistent.
Yeah,
He fall off. And then Tim Zhu, he one of them fighters like with the red little robot and the blue robot be punching each other. Like that's Tim Zhu, man.
mm.
Yo, but Charlo, when he fought Canelo, that's why he get a lot of backlash, man. Because the way he performed in that fight, people like start looking down on him.
Yeah.
They're like,
He
man,
didn't fight his heart out.
you didn't even show up. You know what I'm saying?
He tried.
Ain't nobody
He
looking
tried.
down.
He
Who
tried.
looking down on him though? That really matter. Like that ain't stopping him from getting no
I feel
fight.
like
They
I mattered.
blackballing
I would
Charlo.
look at him like he was crazy, man. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I'm
I was like,
saying
man, bro.
like if he was to fight the very next month a nobody, you would tune into it.
Oh
Unless
yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna watch.
wrong.
I'll
Alright, that's
tune
what
up.
I'm
I'll
saying.
tune
That
in if
don't
you
even
fighting
matter.
next week. I like boxing.
They clearly blackballing Charlo. after
For what?
this.
Could it be
Cause
that
they
maybe
want to
when
stop other people from getting money,
hold on,
man.
but could it be that
They
Charlo
want
got that
control.
check? Could it be that Charlo got that check and disappeared for a year and a half, and then he decided to come back? Charlo could have stayed active. He didn't want to stay active. He
Nah,
got the bread and he chilled out, bro.
it's both, but it's majority the
How
bread.
Nah,
long does
That's obvious.
I'm
how
gonna
long
tell. I'm
does
gonna
it?
tell you
Their
what. I'm gonna
money
tell you what
that they
happened.
not making. Not
John,
forget
John,
his
listen to
money.
me, man.
What about
John,
their
listen to
money?
me. John, listen to me. When you get Canelo bread, it's gonna be hard for your next fight to be for $1 million when you just made 10 or 12. You ain't gonna take it.
That don't matter. That don't matter.
Maybe no matter to you, but to them, they like, nah, I made this. This is
Yeah,
what I want for my
I
next fight.
agree.
And
That's
they
probably true.
and that's probably
I don't
what
like
happened.
that.
He probably like, look, man, I can't pay you $10 million. Like that fool Edgar Berlanga. He want a crazy boatload of money. See, that's what happened when these dudes
Man,
fight
Charlo called out
Canelo.
his homeboy coach, so you know he only looking for a big payday.
That's what
He
I'm
need a
saying.
big name.
He looking for bread. That's it. He ain't trying
That's
to take no
soft. That's
$1 million
soft
payday.
too. That's soft too.
It's soft,
It's
but
more
He called out Errol
understandable in
Spence, man. So
Charlo.
it's like that brother want to
In
get paid.
Charlo weight division is more understandable, but
it's
that's
soft,
soft.
but it's
That mean you
believable
gonna
because
pass up on money because you don't want to fight,
well, I mean,
right?
he is also
That's what's
champion
wrong
in
with this.
recess, right? Isn't he currently champion in recess, or how long does that status last?
Huh?
Shouldn't he be
Uh,
champion in recess, or how long does that status last? Because he can come and
I'm
fight
gonna
for a
check and see if
belt.
he's still
he
listed.
should
I've been
have. They
looking it up.
should have
Let me
honored him
review.
as undisputed right after he lost to Canelo, and I feel like they ain't do that. Cut. They don't care like about making money that much. They care about control.
Yeah, I do not see that. Jamel is still listed. Let me check one more rating site. And Dank fact check me on that. Is it only lasts for 6 months? Okay, so the recess only lasts for 6 months. Yeah, because I don't see him still listed as the interim champ. I mean, excuse me, the champ recess. Excuse me.
Unless he was hurt, that boy didn't want to fend. He didn't want to fend for them belts, and it could lend itself to the fact that he just got broke off in that Canelo fight, and he ain't trying to take no fight underneath a certain threshold. I mean, it's just a possibility. I'm not saying it's so, but if he was able to compete and he chose not to compete, then he chose to let those belts go, those designation as being a champion in recess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he could have took damage. Didn't he fight somebody Castano or somebody?
He
He
lost.
could
I
have.
mean, well, a lot of people feel like he lost the first fight. I mean, I had Jamel winning, so I wanted him to win. Made a little money. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
crazy. They thought he
But it was a
lost.
draw, so we missed out on that paper. But I think I may have caught the draw back then. I don't know. I gotta check. But
He
that
fought
was a
him
close
twice
fight.
though, so it don't
I
even
thought if
matter.
anybody won that fight, it
Yeah, he
was
came back and stopped
Castano.
him.
If it was a
I
draw,
mean,
I ain't mad at it, but I thought Castano did better work. I thought he was winning the fight
Yeah.
early and then he just let off the gas and Castano just picked
yeah.
up the pace.
But if they would have went, or was that the second fight? If they would have went
No,
like
second
two
fight
more
was no
rounds,
question.
I
The,
Yeah,
the
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 second
second
fight.
fight was a devastating stoppage.
yeah, I think
And it was
that's
an
how the
immediate
first fight. I
rematch.
think he won the first fight the same way, except that was his first time fighting him.
And
But
wasn't
he
that
was
an
whooping
immediate
them.
rematch?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
immediate
what I'm
rematch.
saying.
Yes, sir.
It can to clean it up and to remove all doubt. It wasn't no question. And that's
So
that's the mentality.
should Devin clear it up and remove all doubt and go straight for that Ryan rematch?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, come on now.
So then
July.
that's the fight that we need next then.
That's what we need in July. Come on now.
I can't wait till that fight get over with. That I'm tired
You
Yeah,
of
and
you
this
done
Tank
with
and
it?
Tank
fight,
and
man.
Tank need a rematch. He
Yeah,
need to
like
rematch
hurry up and fight
Lamont Roach.
Brian, yo.
He
Get
need to
that.
fight Roach again and remove all doubt. He need to say, okay, it was an off night tonight. Now I'm gonna show y'all the real Tank. Watch what I do to him this time.
See, as a
He
Tank
got to
fan,
clean. He got to clean that
I
up.
I would love to see that, but that's not that important to me. But like, what people probably don't be honest about, like. I get
But
nervous in that fight. I think
but
Tank
I'm gonna
will
tell you what,
stop him,
a
but I'd
draw,
be
a,
nervous, like, because the
a draw
last
is a
fight was a
blemish on your
draw.
record, bro. A draw is a blemish on your record. It's a blemish.
Yeah, I kind of
But
be
whether people,
forgetting that draw is there for respecting
yeah,
sometimes.
whether,
Forget.
whether people want to admit it or not, I'm gonna tell you why it's a
It
blemish.
depends on
Because
who you fight, though.
no, I understand it, but I'm saying on a blemish. It's really. I'm gonna tell you
I
why it's a
get, yeah,
blemish,
yeah,
in
yeah,
my
yeah.
opinion. Because most of the time, if you get
Yeah,
a draw against an A side fighter, you probably won, bro. Realistically,
right.
and
Exactly.
that's on the
Hey,
strength,
hey,
man.
hey, hey, hey. What we could do,
I think,
B3,
my bad.
And
is we
hold
could
on,
have a
T
watch
Hill. And
back.
you know what that draw means too. My bad, T Hill. I'm gonna let you cook that draw. Also means you can never be Floyd. Like even a draw, Floyd ain't got no draws. Floyd is 50-0-0-0. Now we got no contest, right? So we got to talk about no contest. So
We don't
he
even
has.
need that, though. What we need, we just need 50 fights.
My
That's
bad.
it, because he going to have more knockouts than Floyd. That's all we need, man.
Nah,
I think Jerome, I think Ennis got a chance to break that record, man, because he's
And
yeah,
it
he
still
could
can
be
be
the
young,
try
other
man.
to.
way around, though. Because
Yeah,
if
he
you
can.
draw with an A side, just because you did good, like Lamont, he just did good, better than other people, so they gave him a draw. Like, he ain't even do nothing.
Man, most of the
So that
time,
fight pissed
most
me
time when
off.
you a super duper A side, like if that was Canelo versus Lamont Rose, that would have been like 116 to 112. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time they gonna
They
give you
black,
the
though.
most time they gonna
Drama
surely give
is
you
a,
the
like a
benefit of the
cell.
doubt. They're gonna give you every close round is gonna go to the A side for the most part. And that's what I'm saying. And that's the point when you got guys who don't throw a lot of punches, it's easy to get outworked. And a lot of times the judges have no choice but to give it to the other guy because you simply didn't do anything in the round. I can't give you
If
this
Tank
because
and Shakur fight,
you didn't give me nothing to work with. I ain't got nothing to work with. I can't justify it. You know what I mean? I can only cheat so much. As a judge, I can't just make it so goddamn blatantly obvious that hey, look, man, you didn't do nothing this round. I can't give you this, dog. You got to give me something I can work with. I gotta be able to make a case for myself. Otherwise, them people gonna have me on the floor like Adelaide Bird, who gave Canelo a draw against Floyd Mayweather. They call her on the floor like, what is this? What's going on? How much money did you get paid? So you got to be careful when you judging these fights, because you can't just make it so obvious and blatant that it's a lot of tomfoolery going on.
Let me say this to Pooh real quick. About Booster Hernandez, Yo Enly at 160. A little too soon because Boots he can make 154. We want him to at least become full champion. He's currently interim champion at 154. So we want Boots to at least become full champion at 154 and then go to 160. I believe Yo has to get a title shot. I mean, I think being a Cuban, he's showing Arislani Law a lot of grace and not actually wanting to take the belt off a champion. Maybe he doesn't think. Maybe he doesn't want to beat him up. Maybe he just respects him. I guess that's what the conversation is. But he's not a champ, so he's gonna have to find a way. They're gonna have to find a way to get one of those titles off Janet Beck, or get the Janet Beck fight for Yo, something of that nature, right? Even the Janet Beck fight. I mean, we gotta see, man. But I like Yo, and I like but Boots needs to get a title shot at 154. I think Eddie Hearn needs to I don't know if he has to move a mountain, but being a former champion with the IBF, a former unified champion at 147, I believe Boots should get preferential kind of standing with the IBF and the WBA. Uh, based off not losing his titles in the ring, defending them, paying all his sanctioning fees, things of that nature. Um, you know, and being a marquee fighter in the sport, right? So the Xander fight or the Josh Kelly fight, if they don't fight each other, one of them should be fighting Boots. It's just that simple. I don't see why Eddie and the powers that be are not gonna make that happen for Boots.
I can tell you why. Because Eddie Hearn just lost Conor Ben, and he's hurt right now. He ain't gonna be trying to put a lot of money into these fighters, man. He looking at these guys sideways now. The experience that they had with Conor Ben, the back and forth with him and Devin Haney, they love hate relationship that they had. So a lot of times these promoters just looking at these guys like, I ain't trying to, they looking at them sideways, so to speak. I think that Conor Ben thing, even though Eddie Hearns, he'll drop a fighter if the fighter don't perform well. It hurt when somebody else do it to you, but it's okay when you do it to them. If Conor Ben went out there and lost, he would have got dropped. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times these promoters, they
Wow, AC. So hold on. You trying to say that Boost is jumping the line? Come on, man. Okay. I mean, I guess in comparison to what Virgil had to do, and he's just the interim champion, I get it. I get it. But Boots moved up as a unified champion. So he was able to get the WBA interim title, so he's in position. So that's the difference. Boots needs to get a shot at either Josh Kelly, since he can't get the interim champion in WBC, which is Virgil Ortiz. Sebastian Fondor is about to fight Keith Thurman March 28th. Good fight. Josh Kelly, Xander Zayas are the other two champions. It only makes sense. I feel like Josh Kelly after that performance, maybe Boots, maybe hopefully they put the money up and get Boots that IBF fight. We'll see. We'll see. Um AZ. Well, I mean he's earned it, right? Yeah, he's earned it. As I mean, being decorated. Once you unify the titles, um, Boots at that point had multiple defenses of the WBA. So yeah, as a unified champion, you're gonna receive some form of preferential treatment, especially when you petition for a status at an above weight class. That's just good business. That's just how the sport move. So I mean, we saw that unified champion in uh Lomachenko at 135. So he was able to petition with the WBC. We're not saying that it's all right, but I mean, shoot, we gonna support people that win fights. We ain't. This is listen. We about the best fighting the best. So we just want to see. We want to support the guys that's winning fights. At the end of the day, get them more fights. So Devin Haney is 33-0, and I brought up Mayweather earlier. Everybody heard it, right? It's like you know I mean, Mayweather set the bar extremely high, and he's coming back to the sport of boxing, right? But even to be in a conversation with him, yeah, you might say 50-0, but even still, it's just a number of champions. That's what makes him the greatest. It's just the number of champions beat. You got to look at the resume to get to that 50-0. So a lot of these guys got a lot of work to do. I think he got over 20 or 23 some odd champions on the resume. So he did a lot of work in them 50 fights. And even Keyshawn said Floyd will whip his ass. He said he ain't about to mess with Floyd. So Floyd is still the guy. So I'm excited to see Floyd back. We're gonna chop it up. I'm gonna end the show today. We did good today. We did over 3 hours a day. It was a fire show. Man, appreciate all the love and support.
all right, salute
Thrill
B3.
Hill,
Have a
appreciate you with
great day,
the
brother.
Zell blessing the show today. Listen, our memberships is growing. We need that support just to keep going. So if you can, man, join the show, join the membership. Shout out to my brother BVO for locking in with us. Um, man, we building, we working. Listen, the grind don't stop for us. We're gonna be back. Shout out to Blue Hustle. Now it's gonna be what's going on this weekend? This weekend, okay, we got Jao Patai on Sunday. We do got some fights this Thursday. Stephen Butler's fighting. And some other fights I'll look at. Uh, appreciate you, Blue. Yeah, shout out to you, bro. AC said Eddie can sell boots in America and Kelly in the UK. Eddie, would it be a bad idea to make him fight? Okay, we're gonna see. Let's go green. Appreciate all the love and support, man. Hey, shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. God bless. Let's go green. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace.
All right, is you motherfuckers finished? Y'all finished?